But nonetheless, it is the Colts and the Jets from MetLife Stadium. Everything you need to know about this game, all the injury news and information, weather, full breakdown. We go to Mike Mancuso at MetLife. Mike, what's going on, man? Good afternoon.
That's a lot of pressure, Pat, to put on me to give you all that information for two teams that are really, well, whatever. Okay, the Jets actually have a 14% chance of making the playoffs at 3-7. They're only 2 games out of the 7th and final wild card spot. All that sounds ridiculous, but they do have to have something to play for. They've dropped 4 out of their last 5 and looked miserable last week against Arizona, especially the defense, which was much vaunted coming into the season. They certainly have not lived up to any of the expectations that might have been placed on them. Temperatures today will be in the mid-50s, so weather is pretty nice for this time of season. The Colts have dropped 3 straight. They're 4-6 on the year. And again, both of these teams, in theory, if they put together a couple of wins, they could be thinking about that last playoff spot. But at this point, you know, it just starts with 1. It'll be interesting to see how the Jets deal with Anthony Richardson. He's back at quarterback for Indianapolis. He's completed only 44% of his passes this year, 7 interceptions. They said he had a hip injury. Some people thought that he maybe needed a message sent to him that they wanted him to work harder. Not that he wasn't working hard, but the extra time that a young quarterback needs to look at film. We'll see. He can certainly run well. The Jets' defense has just been terrible at tackling. And interestingly enough, they missed about 75,000 tackles last week in Arizona. And the interim coach, Jeff Ulbrich, has had them in pads twice this week just working on tackling drills. So it'll be interesting to see. Key injury before we let you go, Tyron Smith on the offensive line for the Jets. He's out with a knack. Olu Fashanu will start at left guard, his natural position at Penn State. He has started twice on the right side, so we'll see how the rookie does in protecting Aaron Rodgers' backside. So anyway, we could have an interesting game here. Let's see what happens. Keep our fingers crossed between the Jets and the Colts.
All right, appreciate that, Mike. And just to clear up one thing, I think he meant Olu Fashanu, the rookie from Penn State, is starting at left tackle, unless I missed something. He is starting for the injured Tyron Smith. He is the one injury on the Jets' offensive line. Defensively, their green dot, their play caller, their leader, C.J. Mosley, continues to battle a neck injury. He is out again. That's a big loss, especially for a Jets team that can't tackle. And like you heard Mike say, their interim head coach, Jeff Ulbrich, saying we went back to practicing tackling. That's usually what you hear from a college coach, not a coach of a team that had Super Bowl aspirations to start the year. Meanwhile, for the Colts, their left tackle also out, Bernard Raymond, and the center is going to be Tanner Bortolini, who doesn't look nearly as Italian as he sounds. Ryan Kelly, their center, out again. Bortolini's been playing each time Ryan Kelly has missed a game. He missed last week. He's out again today. He's on IR, so Tanner Bortolini is the center once again for the Colts. You've got a Jets team that can't stop the run against a Colts team that runs the ball well, and vice versa, a Jets team that hasn't been able to run despite having Breece Hall against a Colts team that, frankly, if you put me in pads, I could probably run for 100 yards against the Indianapolis Colts. So it's a very intriguing battle in that one. Defensively, the Colts are about as healthy. No new injuries, at least to my knowledge there. So Colts and Jets, that should be a very interesting one. Also, 2-time Super Bowl rematch. Rams at 4-5 at the Patriots, who are 3-7 at Gillette Stadium. For everything you need to know about this game, injury news and information, weather, full breakdown, we go to Alan Siegel for the first of many times today. Alan, good afternoon. How you doing, my man?
How you doing, Pat? I'll tell you, if Mike Mancuso said the Jets have a 14% chance of making the playoffs at 3-7, Pat's a 3-7. Maybe I'll look at what their chances are. Not going to happen. Pat, I'll tell you, we do have an interesting game here in Foxborough, though, between the Rams and the Patriots, and it's important to both teams, but for 2 distinctly different reasons. The Rams, well, they're here at Gillette for only the second time and first since 2016. Overall in Foxborough, it's their 7th visit to the Northeast. They arrived 4-5 on a short week after losing to the Dolphins 23-15 on Monday. Now, they do have playoff hopes, and they sit a game and a half out of first in the NFC West. They had won 3 straight prior to Monday's loss. Now, their main problem is the red zone, where they've only scored 47% of the time, which is 30th in the NFL. Quarterback Matthew Stafford, he's thrown a pick in 6 straight games. They also bring, of course, one of the best receivers in the NFL in Cooper Kupp, and it'll be fun to watch him against Patriots corner Christian Gonzalez. Now, speaking of the Patriots, They come into today's game after demolishing the Bears 19-3 last week. They had 9 sacks. They have now won 2 of their last 3 and hope to make it 2 wins in a row for the first time since 2022. Now, Drake May, he continues to grow. This will be his 6th start, and one can say, run, Drake, run, because his average run is 9.3 yards a carry, which, if he keeps it up, believe it or not, will be the best all time. Michael Vick, you might remember, ran for 8.6 yards a carry in 2006. The Patriots will be starting the same offensive line combo for only the 2nd time this year. They played well last week. The Patriots get some help today, though, on the defensive front. Christian Barmore is back for the first time all year after he battled a blood clot issue. Also playing is newcomer Yannick Ngakoue. He was picked up on waivers last week. The Rams, by the way, will be without starting right tackle Rob Havenstein and also his backup Joe Noteboom. And one final note. The calendar says November 17th, but the weather says September. It'll be sunny with temperatures in the 60s all game long here. Kickoff about 30 minutes away, Pat.
That's awesome, Alan. Appreciate that, my man. And yeah, like you said, Mike Mancuso said the Jets have a 14% chance of the playoffs at 3-7. Wonder what the Patriots' chances are at 3-7. Well, hey, you can have a little bit of hope with a win today going up against the LA Rams. All right, it's time to get you some picks today for this slate of games. And we bring on a dear, dear friend and a close friend and somebody that doesn't have to see and endure the Giants ruining his day today. That is host on Evan and Tiki, the afternoon show on WFAN, Sean Marash. Also hosts Big Blue Kickoff Live as part of the Giants Radio Network every weekend. And a seasonal host on BetQL. Shawnee and I host it every Sunday morning during the football offseason. Sean, pleasure to have you, brother. And I didn't get a chance to see that charcuterie board that you tell me you're putting together because when you tweeted it out, of course, you forgot the picture. I think you've got it right now, and I'm looking at it here, and it does look phenomenal. So I hope the food is as good as your picks today. What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up, Patty? Look, it's one of the best Sundays in the world. First of all, nobody has to endure the Giants anywhere on their multi-views and season ticket. None of us in New York have to endure it. And there's a lot of money to be made all over the board today and a lot of food to be eaten. So I'm looking forward to a good Sunday of action here.
Okay, I will, let you usually try to get some information about what you're leaning towards before we talk, but I haven't done that. So I'll let you kind of steer the ship here, man, in terms of what you like. If you want to attack spreads, totals, picks, props, whatever you want to do, floor is yours.
That's what I was going to ask you. Why don't we start with some sides and totals first here? Right off the bat, if we're going to the early slate, I feel like it's becoming very public, but this feels to me like a game where the Steelers without Highsmith are going to struggle on those edges to contain anything with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. So I know it's spicy. I know that's the game early. I know that hook is maybe steering some people away, but I love the Ravens laying 3.5 in that early slate. Also, kind of darting around. I'll give you 2 that I like on the underdog spread. I like the Titans getting 5.5 here. They are missing their number one corner, more on that for a prop in a little bit. But just the way the Minnesota Vikings have played football and the way Sam Darnold has turned the ball over of late makes me feel like the Vikings right now are not capable of beating a team by a touchdown or more. Doesn't mean they won't get the win, but I do like that number, and I think that has a chance to be a little dicier for the Vikings than maybe some predicted. And then the other one on the dog, how do I not like the New England Patriots? I heard you just talking a little while ago there. Look, the Rams have not been right. Now they're traveling over to the East Coast. Spunky Patriot team. I think Drake May is going to be running for his life in this game. But I'm going to sprinkle a little money line shekels and think the Patriots could have some magic in back-to-back weeks. I don't think this is going to be a blowout by any means in that early slate.
Okay, so and Shawnee, by the way,
you have a follow-up here.
Well, I was just going to say, by the way, obviously you're free to use whichever sports book you like, but we on the show use BetMGM, and you get a better number for both of your first 2 picks. The Ravens are still -3 at this point in time on BetMGM, and your Titans, who you want to take, you get +6, so you get the full 6 there with the Titans. You get the 3 with the Ravens. I do like. I don't know if I like the Ravens. I feel like this is a classic Tomlin spot, and I know that could be a tired analogy, but Steelers home dog of a field goal or more. I understand without Highsmith, they're going to have a lot of time, a lot of difficulties stopping both Lamar and Derrick Henry running the football. But, hey, I asked you to come on and give your pick. So you've got those 3 picks for the spreads. Any totals that you like today?
The one total I'm leaning heavy on is I'm taking this under in the Browns-Saints game. I know it's in New Orleans. I know it's indoors. I know Jameis is a real wild card with letting the ball rip there. But I just don't see both of these teams getting north of 21 points in this game, getting you near that total. Could one get there, get home? Sure. But I think the Saints are going to struggle to move the ball a lot today versus that Browns defense. I kind of lean the Browns in the game, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Saints won either. But I think it's just going to be real mucky, real ugly, even indoors in New Orleans today. That's my one real total I'm on, is the under in the Browns-Saints.
Sean Marash, host on WFAN and BetQL, and Giants Big Blue Kickoff live every weekend as well on the Giants Radio Network. All right, Shawnee, anytime touchdowns, props, receiving, rushing yards, you go ahead and attack here. I know you love these.
Yeah, so I do a parlay every week of anytime touchdowns. I threw 4 together all in the 1 o'clock slate. Tyreek Hill finally danced in the end zone. I know he's been beat up last week. I do like the Dolphins in the game versus the Raiders. I know that's a big number, but the Dolphins are going to score in this game. A-Chain probably gets in too, but you're getting a positive number on Tyreek Hill. I'm parlaying that with Jonathan Taylor, who the Jets cannot stop. They cannot stop anybody on the ground this year. Parlayed it with Puka Nacua because I think this could be a game where the Rams are throwing more than they want in the second half, and I think he can get his way back in the end zone. And then the cherry on top of the sundae is always a David Montgomery touchdown against the Jaguars. Those 4 right now are paying out at around 19-1. Shop around there, but I think that's a good parlay of sorts, and I like all of those guys straight up. Now, the one prop that is screaming to me today, and I mentioned a little while ago, even if I like the Titans to cover the game, even if I think Sam Darnold's going to turn the ball over, Justin Jefferson with the beat-up Titans secondary, I'm getting plus 128 right now on 90 or more receiving yards. His receiving yard total somewhere is around 79, 78, shopping around there. Give me him today. You can even climb this if you think he's going to get 100 or more receiving yards. I think this is a big, big yardage day for Justin Jefferson. Doesn't mean he gets into the end zone, but that is screaming to me. You got about 21 minutes left until that game gets underway. Go with that. And the other one, look, to beat the Atlanta Falcons today in that late window, the Broncos are going to have to not just have Bo Nix flinging it all over the place, and they have really turned to Audric Estime, that rookie running back there for the Denver Broncos, and I'm going to play his over on his rushing yards, too, in this game. I think that is screaming to me as well. Those are my 2 favorite player props of the day.
Shawnee, as the great Joe Beningo says, from your lips to God's ears, because I'm starting Audric Estime today in fantasy. I'm not sure whether that says about the confidence I have or my current running back position in fantasy. But, all right, brother, hey, enjoy the games. Like we said, the Giants don't have to ruin your day today. So love you, brother. All the best, and thanks for coming on.
I love you too, Pat. Enjoy the bets, everybody.
All right, Sean Marash, host on WFAN Monday through Friday with Evan and Tiki Barber on the Fan, 2 to 6:30 Monday through Friday. Also every weekend, Big Blue Kickoff Live, and Sean and I will probably be back once football season ends every Sunday morning on BetQL. So we appreciate him coming on. When we get back, we still got to get full breakdowns, full previews in Detroit, in New Orleans, and in Tennessee. This is Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle on the Infinity Sports Network. Update time, though. Here's Tony Pierno.
Infinity Sports Network Sports Flash.
All right, Pat, the Lions will look to keep the good times rolling this afternoon against the Jaguars. Detroit has won 7 straight games and is off to its best start in 7 decades. Despite Jacksonville's 2-8 record, Lions QB Jared Goff says they won't be taking the Jaguars lightly.
We've got a mature group. There's not much that needs to be said. We have our own standards that, regardless of who we're playing, regardless of what their record is, we got our own things that we want to prove and improve on. And I think that's the biggest battle right now is us to continue to improve and know we need to improve, even though we're able to win some of these close games.
Kickoff is at 1 Eastern in the late afternoon window. It's America's game of the week as the 9-0 Chiefs face off against the 8-2 Bills in upstate New York. Patrick Mahomes knows this will be their toughest test yet.
That's the staple of great defenses, is being able to rush the passer, stop the run, and turn the ball over, and they do all those things really, really well. And so it's going to take our best football, like I said. And I know it sounds cliche, but in order to win this game, you have to play your best football. And I think that we're going to have to go out there and do that, and it's going to be a tough environment to do it in.
The Chiefs will have a new kicker today as rookie Spencer Schrader replaces the injured Harrison Butker. Kickoff is at 4:25 Eastern. And in prime time, the Chargers will host the Bengals at 4-6. Cincinnati QB Joe Burrow says there is a sense of urgency.
It's got to be like that from here on out. You know, we got to get this one. It's a big one, prime time. So I'm always excited to showcase what we can do in that situation. And we know we got to go win it.
Los Angeles has won 4 straight over Cincinnati. Kickoff is at 8:20 Eastern. In other news, 49ers tight end George Kittle is unlikely to play today against the Seahawks because of a hamstring injury. College football, Temple has fired head coach Stan Drayton after 2+ seasons. NBA today, the Cavaliers will look to remain unbeaten when they entertain the Charlotte Hornets. After Friday night's victory, Cleveland became the 16th to start a season 14-0, and first since the Golden State Warriors opened 24-0 during the 2015-16 campaign. Top 25 men's college hoops right now. St. John's leading New Mexico 34-21 late in the first half. I'm Tony Pierno.
Stay tuned for more Gridiron Game Day, presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey, I'm JR, and the JR Sport Brief is on the Infinity Sports Network. Weekday evenings, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Adelanta tus compras y ahorra en grande todo el mes con las ofertas de Black Friday Build-Up en Lowe's. Llévate un árbol de Navidad artificial preiluminado selecto a tan solo $59.98. No dejes pasar esta oportunidad y ahorra con esta y otras ofertas hoy en tiendas o en línea. Porque Lowe's sabe de ofertas. Descuento se aplica al momento de la compra hasta agotar existencia. Selección varía por región.
Now you can get Cox Internet and One Unlimited mobile line for $80 a month. All with Wi-Fi equipment included and no annual contract. If only getting it all was always that easy. Like having a night out and getting a good night's sleep. Get it all with Cox. Get Cox Internet and One Unlimited mobile line for $80 a month. Visit cox.com/value. Limited time offer for new customers only. No annual contract means no minimum term agreement and no early termination fees. Additional restrictions apply.
Macy's Herald Square is the holiday destination, and this year we've added our first ever Macy's Holiday Square by Urban Space. Come and experience a one-of-a-kind wonderland of pop-up shops filled with unique gifts like handcrafted chocolates, homemade stroopwafels, personalized ornaments, candles, and more. While you're there, shop Macy's exclusive collab with Disney for gifts you won't find anywhere else. It's Macy's Holiday Square by Urban Space, only at Macy's Herald Square on 34th and Broadway.
What if you could hear your favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks. With an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. You've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at nissanusa.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
Traveling to see your fave sports team is cool. But traveling with Amex Platinum for the big game is even better.
Right this way.
With access to dedicated card member entrances at select events, you can skip the line. And one. And with access to the Centurion Lounge,
he shoots a three.
You can catch the next game on the way home. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex. Card member entrance access not limited to Amex Platinum Card.
Hey, order up.
Small Business Saturday is right around the corner. And so is that shop you've been meaning to check out. On November 30th, support your local community by shopping small on Small Business Saturday. Founded by American Express.
Beat the rush during Black Friday build-up at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, get an extra 10% off when you buy a major Samsung appliance, like the bespoke all-in-one washer-dryer combo that gets your laundry done in just 98 minutes. Lowe's knows deals. Valid 11/6 through 12/4. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Based on using a super speed cycle with a 10-pound DOE load.
With the $5 meal deal at McDonald's, you pick a McDouble or a McChicken, then fry or drink, and a 4-piece McNuggets. That's a lot of McDonald's for not a lot of money.
Price and participation may vary. For a limited time only.
there are lots of people you might want to share a Vrbo with. You may want to do a romantic getaway, enjoy a beach house with friends, or book a trip for the whole family. But one person you'll never want to share your stay with is the host. When you book a Vrbo, the host doesn't stay with you, so the only people you'll share the space with are your people. Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax, you booked a Vrbo.
Do you hear that? Didn't think so. That's the sound of your engine building up harmful deposits. And unfortunately, that starts the moment you drive it off the lot. But here's the good news. Valvoline has revolutionized a way to completely reverse them. Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect. It's the first and only motor oil that restores pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. That's right, 100%. Restoring your pistons to factory clean. New Restore and Protect from Valvoline. Bye.
This is Bill Ryder, and I'm Ryder than you. At least for 2 hours, starting weekday mornings, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, on the Infinity Sports Network.
Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day.
All right, I'm your host, Pat Boyle, just over 10 minutes away from kickoff for 8 games in the opening window in Week 11 in the National Football League. We've still got 3 games to get some full previews on, so let's do that. Biggest favorite on the board today, the Detroit Lions, 13.5-point favorites still right now on BetMGM against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville 2-8, Lions at 8-1. For everything you need to know about this game, injury news and information, weather, which obviously won't be a factor, but we say it anyway, and everything else, we go to Denny Kapp out at Ford Field in Detroit. Denny, good afternoon, my friend.
All right, hey, Pat, uphill battle for the 2-8 Jags, losers of 3 in a row, and it gets deeper with QB1 and RB2 unavailable today. It's going to be Mac Jones making a second straight start in place of Trevor Lawrence, who's out with a left shoulder injury. Meanwhile, Travis Etienne already missed some time this season. He's going to handle the bulk of the duty now behind Jones as Jacksonville rolls without Tank Bigsby, who suffered an ankle injury against the Vikings last week. And if that's not enough to deal with, the Jags offense goes against the Lions defense that just added a key piece and former Browns edge rusher, Zadarius Smith, who makes his Detroit debut a week after being acquired in a trade. Now, Smith arrived at Ford Field today wearing a Rasheed Wallace jersey. Of course, it was that midseason trade for Wallace that helped propel the Pistons to the NBA championship 20 years ago now, when Smith was 11 years old. From a historical perspective, the Lions, who are, as you mentioned, large favorites today, can win their 8th straight game and open the season 9-1 for the second time in franchise history. The first time was 90 years ago, all the way back in 1934. They'll have to do so with outside end Sam Laporta, who's out with a shoulder injury, but they will welcome back Taylor Decker, who missed last Sunday's game against the Texans when he injured something going into practice, in a practice leading up to that Sunday night game. And, Pat, it will be interesting to see how Lions fans react when they see rookie kicker Jake Bates take the field for the first time today. He narrowly hit 2 fourth-quarter field goals of over 50 yards last week, including that 52-yarder just inside the upright as time expired. As Rasheed Wallace infamously said, Pat, the ball don't lie.
That is right, Denny. Good stuff, my man. You could hear how loud it is in the background at Ford Field already with the "We Ready for Y'all." All right, we're now going to go maybe to the loudest building in the National Football League, and that's no understatement, and it sounds even louder, deafening every single Sunday that the Saints are home here on Gridiron Game Day. That's the case today. The Browns at 2-7 at the Saints, who are 3-7. Jameis Winston back to NOLA, and for everything you need to know about this game, all the injury news and information, we turn to Renee Nadeau. Renee, good afternoon, my friend.
Happy NFL Sunday, Pat. Always great to talk with you, buddy. It'll be a homecoming, as you said, for Browns quarterback Jameis Winston, who spent 4 seasons with the New Orleans Saints. He played in 21 games in the Big Easy with 10 starts. He makes his 3rd start with the Cleveland Browns today. The Browns are currently in the league cellar running the football. Saints interim head coach Darren Rizzi, going for his 2nd consecutive win following that 20-17 debut victory over the Atlanta Falcons last week. No Saints interim coach, Pat, has took over in midseason and won more than 1 game. Saints running back Alvin Kamara became the franchise all-time leading rusher last week now with 6,544 yards. Kamara has at least 100 yards from scrimmage 7 out of the past 10 games. He's a leading receiver among all NFL running backs with 51 catches for 421 yards and is 4th in the league in rushing with 715 yards. Speaking of receiving, Saints' recent addition, 7-year vet Marquez Valdez-Scantling was a major reason for the Saints' win over the Falcons. He had 3 catches for 109 yards and 2 TDs. He'll be ready to go today. And also ready to go today, Saints veteran center Eric McCoy returns after missing 7 weeks with an injury. But the Saints offensive line, Pat, will have their hands full with defensive end Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, who has 95 and a half sacks on his career, 7 coming in 2024. We'll see what we'll see today.
All right, Renee, great stuff, my man. I appreciate that, as always. One game that we still have left to get a full game preview on. We will do that right moments before kickoff. Vikings at the Titans. So we'll go out to Nashville and talk to Brant Douglas just on the other side of this break. But as I do every week for you here, going into the final commercial break before we've got kickoff, I got 3 picks for you against the spread. 14, 15, and 1 on the season is yours truly. And the 3 games that I like today, that game in New Orleans. Sorry to Renee, Nadeau, and Saints fans. I'm taking the Browns, who are a 1-point favorite. You could take a money line at -120 on BetMGM. I like the Cleveland Browns to go on the road and get a win today against New Orleans. Jameis coming back to New Orleans. I think that Browns pass rush is going to make life very difficult for Derek Carr and the Saints, where he had a lot of time last week in the pocket against the Atlanta Falcons, and Younghoe Koo, if not for missing 3 field goals, the Falcons win that game. So I think this is a win today for the Browns. I'm taking them -1 or money line. I like the Colts +4. I have not been on the Jets train, the false hope train all year, and I'm certainly not getting on now. I like the Colts +4. Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor, I think, have a big day. Both of them running the football against a Jets defense that, again, they had to practice tackling in this week. So I like the Colts +4. And then later today, I said it, I teased it earlier, Mahomes, I get him as an underdog. The Bills missing multiple receivers and weapons on offense. Give me the Chiefs +2.5. Kickoff is next. 11 games today, 8 of them in the opening window, and it starts next. This is Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle on the Infinity Sports Network.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hey, comedy fans. The funniest comedians in the world are on tour, and you can get tickets to see them live near you. Laugh with the biggest names in comedy, like Atsuko Okatsuka, Chelsea Handler, Corey Holcomb, Matt Matthews, Nurse John, Ralph Barboza, Ronnie Chang, Sarah Silverman, Sebastian Maniscalco, Wanda Sykes, and so many more. All kinds of shows, all kinds of venues, all kinds of funny. Head to livenation.com/comedy to get your tickets today. That's livenation.com/comedy.
Hi, I'm Bob Daly, owner of Action Auto Parts.
And I'm Alyssa Daly.
We've been doing business in your neighborhood for over 40 years. When it comes to expert auto repair, you can trust the professionals who use quality auto parts and support local businesses.
Like Lou's Exhaust and Repair in Plymouth and Westport, Duran Auto Service and Inspection in Providence, and your local Speedy Oil Change and Service.
These are top-notch auto repair shops that we're pleased to recommend.
Yeah, the right part for the right price. You gotta choose Action Auto Parts.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Adelanta tus compras y ahorra en grande todo el mes con las ofertas de Black Friday Build-Up en Lowe's. Llévate un árbol de Navidad artificial preiluminado selecto a tan solo $59.98. No dejes pasar esta oportunidad y ahorra con esta y otras ofertas hoy en tiendas o en línea. Porque Lowe's sabe de ofertas. Descuento se aplica al momento de la compra hasta agotar existencia. Selección varía por región.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi, zero sugar, and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
How weird does it feel to be called someone's fiancé? The first time you hear it, you do a double take. From there, let's enjoy this moment turns into, we're planning a fall wedding. That's where Zola comes in. From a venue and vendor discovery tool that matches you with your dream team to save the dates, websites, and an easy-to-use registry, Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
This holiday season, surprise everyone on your list with the best gifts. Tickets to see their favorite artists live. Choose from thousands of concerts and comedy shows, including Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Matt Matthews, Metallica, Thomas Rhett, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Sarah Silverman, and so many more. Share a memory together, or give a gift they'll never forget. Find the most exciting gift for every fan at livenation.com/gifts. That's livenation.com/gifts.
Now you can get Cox Internet and one unlimited mobile line for $80 a month, all with Wi-Fi equipment included and no annual contract. If only getting it all was always that easy. Like having a night out and getting a good night's sleep. Get it all with Cox. Get Cox Internet and one unlimited mobile line for $80 a month. Visit cox.com/value. Limited time offer for new customers only. No annual contract means no minimum term agreement and no early termination fees. Additional restrictions apply.
If you're looking for an Affordable Care Act health insurance plan, you have good timing. It's the open enrollment period, and there's an easy way to search, Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see a list of ACA plans available to you in your area. If you have questions, or when you're ready to choose a plan, there are licensed insurance agents ready to help you apply. See how easy it can be to find your next health insurance plan at healthmarkets.com. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Maggie and Perloff, Phil Ryder, Jim Rome, Zach Gell, JR, Bart Winkler, and Amy Lawrence. Listen to the Infinity Sports Network lineup 24/7 on Sirius XM Channel 158, your smart speaker, the Odyssey app, or your local affiliate. Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle, a production of the Infinity Sports Network. Presented by BetMGM, the sports book born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly.
All righty, here we go. Week 11 in the National Football League is moments away from kicking off. This is Gridiron Game Day on the Infinity Sports Network. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. This is your one-stop shop for football each and every Sunday. 8 hours, all 18 weeks of the regular season. And over the next 7 hours, you're going to hear every touchdown, every big play, all the injury news and information that you need now during the games as they happen live. Our stringers, our correspondents will get them to you. I will get them to you. We will relay the breaking injury news for any that happened during the game so you can stay up to date. Sports betting expertise. We gave you a bunch of picks before we just started here in the last hour. Sean Marash was our BetQL host, our guest today that came and made some picks. I gave you 3 spread picks. Browns -1, Colts +4, Chiefs +2.5. I gave you the BetMGM prop pick of the day, Jamison Williams over 45.5 receiving yards. So in case you missed that, Odyssey app, one of the many ways to listen to us. You can rewind in case you want to get some bets in here either before or during kickoff, because a lot of those can apply live and in-game with our show sponsor, BetMGM. Also, you can hear us on Sirius XM Channel 158 throughout North America, hundreds of our local affiliates here on the Infinity Sports Network and across Odyssey, and obviously on the Odyssey app like we just mentioned. Okay. We gave you 7 full game previews and breakdowns here in the opening slate. We've got one more to do as part of our 11-game total slate today here in Week 11 in the NFL. So let's get to that last one. It's the Vikings at 7-2, at the Titans who are 2-7. We go to Nashville for everything you need to know about this game that's kicking off in moments. We go to Brant Douglas. Brant, good afternoon. It's Pat Boyle in New York. How you doing?
Hey, Pat, good afternoon to you as well. Great afternoon here for football in Tennessee. Overwhelming presence of purple in the lower bowl here at Nissan Stadium as the 7-2 Vikings here for the first time in 8 years taking on the 2-7 Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans looking to continue their great defensive play. They're still the top defensive team in the NFL according to yards per game. However, they're going to face a challenge today trying to stop Justin Jefferson. Jefferson already 831 yards, 5 touchdowns this season. He needs 54 yards in this game to become the NFL's leading receiver in yards during the first 5 seasons of play. Vikings a big favorite in this one. Titans going to see if they can sustain some offense. They did manage to avoid a turnover last week for the first time all year. Vikings going to kick off. Titans going to get the ball first here, Pat.
All right, appreciate that, Brant. There we go. So that is, we are just about underway, moments away here now from these 8 games in the opening window in Week 11 here in the National Football League. Let's go to Foxborough, Gillette Stadium, where they are about to kick it off between the Rams and the Patriots. So now, post-kickoff here, or seconds away from kickoff, we check back in with Alan Siegel. Alan, what's the latest?
All right, Pat, the game has just kicked off, and the Patriots actually have pretty good field position. Javon Baker took it up to their own 45-yard line. The Rams and the Patriots have met twice in the Super Bowl, with the Patriots winning both of them. But, of course, things are different now. The Rams, hopefully, are trying to get into the playoffs. They have 4-5 and a game and a half out of the NFC West first place. The Patriots 3-7 and looking to continue to build on something they've done the last 3 weeks. They've won 2 of the last 3, trying to put together 2 wins in a row for the first time since 2022. We are just underway. The Patriots are trying to get a drive started at their own 45-yard line, and, of course, we're scoreless, Pat.
All right, beautiful. Thank you, Alan. So, as we always do, every Sunday here on the show, we will let you know as soon as a team enters the red zone, as soon as a team enters plus territory. So right now, we have just kicked it off, and the New England Patriots, as you just heard Alan saying, are moving the ball pretty quickly here. Drake May just found Kendrick Bourne for a gain of 4, so the Patriots have it 2nd and 6 at their own 49, so they are on the verge of midfield. So the Patriots right away moving the ball against the Rams. The Browns have received the kickoff against the New Orleans Saints. The Jets have received the kickoff against the Indianapolis Colts. Ravens have it first against the Steelers on their first play. It's Derrick Henry who goes up the middle for a gain of 3. Jets first play, they hand it off as well right into that teeth of that Colts defense, that toothless Colts defense. In terms of by the numbers and the rushing yards allowed, they are 3rd to last in the NFL this year. And it's Breece Hall who goes for a gain of 7 on the opening play. Let's get it over back to Detroit. They've kicked it off between the Jaguars and the 8-1 Lions. Jaguars have the ball first. Let's check in live with Denny Cap. What's up, Denny?
All right, Lions going to try to force a 3-and-out right now. First play from scrimmage from the 31-yard line and end around for Brian Thomas Jr. Then Mac Jones hit Evan Ingram on a crossing route, and Jacksonville facing a 3rd and 2 right now. Jags trying to snap a 3-game skid. Lions trying to win a franchise record 8th game in a row in a single season. Lions fans very excited right now, quite loud, as the Jags try to get their first down of the game. Again, 3rd and 1 at their own 39-yard line. We have 13:33 to go in the first quarter of this contest. We're scoreless, and Jacksonville's going to be punting.
All right, appreciate that, Denny. So the Lions defense does indeed get off the field right away. That's a good start for them. Jets have a 3rd and 3, and they hand it off to Breece Hall, and he gets stopped short. So the Jets are most likely going 3-and-out and punting away here. That second down play was Aaron Rodgers throwing a deep ball to Garrett Wilson, which was incomplete. So the Jets pick up 7 on the first play from scrimmage with Breece Hall, and then proceed to get a combined half a yard on the next 2 plays. So they are going to punt it away. The Colts defense comes away with a 3-and-out. Meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, we told you that the Steelers got the ball first, and they are rapidly moving the ball down the field. They are already in plus territory with, we told you the Ravens had the ball first, so that's my fault there, giving away a little teaser there. The Ravens fumbled it on their second play from scrimmage. Derrick Henry fumbles, and it's recovered by the Steelers. So we've got our first takeaway here in Week 11 in the National Football League. Second play from scrimmage, we had talked to Sean Marash. He thought the absence of Alex Highsmith and that Steelers linebacking core was going to be a big difference today. Well, Mr. Herbig for the Steelers, who missed a couple of games, but when he's played this year, he's been great. Nick Herbig was the one that knocked it out of the hands of Derrick Henry, and it was recovered by the Steelers. So that Pittsburgh defense already on the second play, jarring the football loose from King Henry, the NFL's rushing leader, and forcing a turnover. So Pittsburgh now, in just a couple of plays, are near the red zone. They started at the Ravens 42. Russell Wilson found Najee Harris for a gain of 7, and then Najee Harris carried it for 4. 1st and 10 from the 31. Russell Wilson gets it to George Pickens for a gain of 4. So the Steelers, after the Derrick Henry fumble, have it 2nd and 6 at the Ravens 27. They are on the verge of the red zone. And as I'm looking live here right now, no other team in the red zone yet, but we are close now with a couple of other games as well. Josh Jacobs just carried it for a gain of 6 and a first down for the Packers, and on their first drive, they've got it now on the verge of the red zone. We'll go live to Soldier Field in just a moment, but the Jaguars, they still somehow have the football. We mentioned it looked like the Lions were going to get a 3-and-out and a punt. Well, after the chain gang came out, they adjudicated that the Jaguars picked up a first down on that 3rd and short. Mac Jones finding Evan Engram. It was ruled a first down. So their drive continues, and now the Jacksonville Jaguars are in positive territory. On 2nd and 5, Mac Jones found Brenton Strange, the backup tight end, for a gain of 6. So now the Jaguars have it 1st and 10 at the Lions 47, and on first down, it's Mac Jones to Brenton Strange again. And then on 2nd down, they tried with Dearness Johnson for no gain. So it's another 3rd down, this time 3rd and long, inside Detroit territory for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, we have had a team enter the red zone, 2 of them. The Steelers, who we just talked about, they're now in the red zone. They picked up another first down. Russell Wilson just hit George Pickens for a short gain, a gain of 2. So the Steelers have it 2nd and 8 at the 14. They're in the red zone. The Dolphins, on their opening drive, they are in the red zone. They have moved the ball down the field very easily against the Raiders defense. On 2nd and 3, Tua Tagovailoa found Tyreek Hill for a gain of 16. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 12. The Dolphins in the red zone. The Steelers in the red zone. We told you the Packers were on the verge of the red zone. They're in it now. Let's go live to Soldier Field, and let's get a live listen in. Packers-Bears, David Schuster with it. What's up, David?
All right, Pat, they weren't in the red zone very long. They're now in the end zone, and they have a 7-0 lead. Jordan Love, 15 yards to Jaden Reed. 7-0 Packers, just 3:45 into the opening quarter. They got the ball. They moved right down the field. Love 2 of 3 for 32 yards. Josh Jacobs, 6 stretches on the ground, 4 rushes, 25 yards. All Green Bay early on, 7-0 here in the first quarter.
There you go. Appreciate that, David. So there we go. Our first touchdown of the ball game, and it comes from the Green Bay Packers on their opening drive. And just to confirm, it is Jordan Love, 15-yard strike to Jaden Reed. Touchdown Packers. They get on the board first in Chicago, coming off the bye week. That opening drive works to perfection. 8 plays, 70 yards. And already, Coach LeFleur and the Packers are cooking. And now it's up to Caleb Williams and the Bears, who have not scored a touchdown in their last 2 games, only 12 points combined, in an immediate 7-0 hole. Their new offensive coordinator, Thomas Brown, is now tasked with helping this offense get going. All right, the Dolphins, we told you, they were in the red zone, and that is where they are now. It's a 2nd and 11, and Tua Tagovailoa drops back and gets sacked, and he fumbles, and it looks like it is recovered by the Dolphins. They're able to hold on to it, but the Dolphins get in the red zone, and then immediately the Raiders push them out. They're looking at a 3rd and 20 here. Tua finds over the middle Raheem Mostert. Not going to be enough for a first down. There is a penalty, and it looks like it's against the Raiders. So they get a big sack to force a 3rd and 20, and then they gift them a first down. It's defensive holding on the Raiders. So the Dolphins back in the red zone with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. All right, we told you the Steelers were in the red zone. Let's go live right now and check in with the Pony Express. Andrew Filipponi, Ravens Steelers. Andrew, what's the latest?
Well, Chris Boswell just knocked in a 32-yard field goal here, Pat. So in a way, a small victory for the Ravens. Second offensive play after the Steelers deferred and Chris Boswell kicked off to the Ravens to start the game. 2 Derrick Henry runs. The first was for 3 yards. And the second, Nick Herbig, who's filling in for the injured Alex Highsmith at edge rusher, punched the ball out. Steelers defensive back recovered, and they were set up shop inside the Baltimore 40-yard line. Najee Harris had a long run that pushed the Steelers into the red zone, but they came up empty from there. Russell Wilson trying to get the ball to George Pickens. He was covered, had to throw the ball away twice, nothing on third down. So Boswell continues his streak. He is the most accurate kicker in the NFL this season. He makes a short chip shot kick to put the Steelers up 3-0. Baltimore about to get the ball back here. Lamar Jackson has not attempted a pass yet in this game. So just a couple of minutes in here, and the Steelers already have points off turnovers, Pat. It's 3-0 Pittsburgh.
All right, Pony, appreciate you. And we know that we are on 93.7 The Fan right now in Pittsburgh, so we appreciate everybody that is not at the game. If you're tuning in, listening, Steelers, good start. They knock it loose out of Derrick Henry. They force the fumble. They get 3 points on the opening drive. Najee Harris, 15 yards rushing, 7 yards receiving. George Pickens, 2 catches for 6 yards. Russell Wilson, 13 passing yards. They do ultimately stall, though, and as you heard Pony just say, field goal for Chris Boswell. It's 3-0 Steelers. Elsewhere, the Colts on their first drive, they are near the red zone. It's a 3rd and 4 for the Colts. They forced the Jets to go 3 and out. And right now on 3rd and 4, Anthony Richardson back at quarterback for the Colts, replacing Joe Flacco, who took over for Richardson. Then they put Richardson back in. 3rd and 4, he's looking for Kylan Granson, and it's incomplete. So it looks like the Colts are going to have to settle for a field goal. Why don't we go live right now to MetLife Stadium and see if they can knock it through. Mike Mancuso with the latest. Colts and the Jets. What's up, Mike?
Well, they do get it through. It's a 40-yard field goal by Matt Gay, and the Colts lead 7-0. Couple of key plays on that 57-yard drive. Anthony Richardson, as you mentioned, hitting Josh Downs for 31 yards. He was wide open on a 3rd and 8. Don't know what the Jets were doing in the secondary, but Downs was wide open. And then it was a good ground attack. Jonathan Taylor with a couple of nice runs, one of 10 yards, one of 8 yards, got them deep into Jets territory, and then they settled for the Gay field goal. So that's where we are now, 3-0 Indianapolis, 9 minutes remaining first quarter.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. We told you the Dolphins were in the red zone. They still are. It's 2nd and goal from the 4. They just had a 1st and goal from the 4. They tried it with Raheem Mostert. He didn't get any yardage. 2nd and goal, they give it to Devon Achane, Tua Tagovailoa, a little short pass over the middle to Achane, and he gets stopped right at the 1. So it's going to be 3rd and goal for the Dolphins at the 1-yard line. Meanwhile, the Saints, they are in the red zone against the Browns. We will head out to Caesars Superdome live in just moments here to see if the Saints can punch it in or if the Browns can hold them to a stop. But right now, the scores that you've heard, the first one via the Green Bay Packers, Jaden Reed, 15-yard touchdown catch. They lead the Bears 7-0. Chicago just picked up a first down, though. Caleb Williams just took off and scrambled for a gain of 16. So it's 1st and 10 from the Bears at their own 49. They're right near midfield. 3rd and goal for the Dolphins. Tua's looking to Jonnu Smith, the tight end in the back of the end zone. He overthrows him. It's incomplete. So 4th and goal from the 1, and we'll see if Mike McDaniel, how aggressive he wants to be against the Raiders here. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Will they go for it, or will they settle for the 3 points? Meanwhile, the other 2 scores, the Colts, that 40-yard field goal from Matt Gay made it 3-0, and Chris Boswell, the field goal for the Ravens after the Derrick Henry fumble, made it 3-0 Steelers. First play from scrimmage for the Ravens on their ensuing drive, and they are going backwards. Offensive holding after Derrick Henry looked like he picked up a good chunk of yardage. That backs him up. It's 2nd and 19 from their own 21. So the Ravens offense struggling right away against that Steelers defense. Let's go live to New Orleans. Renee Nadeau's got the latest with the Browns and the Saints. Renee?
Hey, Pat, how you doing? Yeah, we talked about the Browns are the lowest-ranked rushing offense in the NFL. They ran 4 out of 6 plays in their opening drive. They went for a 4th and 1 from their own 49-yard line and were denied with the running play. It shrunk the field for the New Orleans Saints. They traveled 49 yards in 6 plays, 2:34 off the clock. The final play, a 10-yard run by Taysom Hill. And, Pat, during that drive, Taysom Hill threw a pass, caught a pass, and ran for a score. The Saints take an early lead over the Cleveland Browns, 7-0.
All right, appreciate that there, Renee. So they've got plenty to cheer about already in New Orleans. A Taysom Hill touchdown. I started him in fantasy. I don't know if I would have started him if Dalton Kincaid was healthy, but Taysom Hill, thank you very much. Direct snap, and he powers it in. That's what he does best. He gets it in for the touchdown. The Browns turn it over on downs, the 4th and 1. Nick Chubb handoff goes backwards, and the Saints turn it into 7 with a Taysom Hill 10-yard rushing touchdown. Blake Grupe adding the extra point, 7-0 New Orleans. 4th and goal from the 1. The Dolphins are going to go for it. Let's go live to Miami right now and find out what happened. Jack Armpriester with the Raiders and the Dolphins. Jack.
Hey, Pat, the Dolphins cap off a 70-yard drive. They used 14 plays, 8 minutes on the clock, what every coach loves to see. Jonnu Smith, it was partially deflected. It was a pass from Tagovailoa to Jonnu Smith. Remember, he had the opening touchdown, I believe, last week. No, let's take that back. That was the rookie. But Jonnu Smith with the touchdown gives the Dolphins their second opening drive touchdown in a row. The PAT was good. We're at the 6:47 mark here to go in the first quarter. Dolphins on top, 7-0.
All right, Jack, so they go for it. They go right back to Jonnu Smith, who answers the bell this time with a touchdown catch. So Tua Tagovailoa to Jonnu Smith for a 1-yard touchdown catch. A lengthy, as you just heard Jack say it, 14-play, 70-yard drive. Dolphins looking good, trying to save their season. They won on Monday against the Rams. They're up early on the Raiders, 7-0. We will go live to Foxborough in just a moment because we haven't really given you many updates so far on the Rams and the Patriots. And spoiler, there hasn't been any points, but we'll go out there in just a moment. But really quickly, we told you that the Jaguars converted a 3rd and short in their opening drive against the Lions. Then they had it in positive territory. They had a 3rd and 8 the last time that I talked to you about it. Mac Jones on that 3rd and 8 was able to scramble for a gain of 5. That set up a 59-yard field goal for Cam Little, and he drilled it in the dome in Detroit at Ford Field. 59-yard field goal, good for Cam Little. Jaguars on top 3-0. But now on the ensuing drive, the Lions, they're quickly in the red zone. They're quickly inside the 10. It's 1st and goal, Detroit at the 7-yard line. We will go live to Detroit in a matter of moments and see if we can get you a live touchdown listen there for the Lions and the Jaguars. And David Montgomery on that 1st and goal play gets a gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Detroit Lions. Here are the scores so far that have happened in the opening couple of minutes. The Steelers, we mentioned, kicked that Chris Boswell field goal off of the Derrick Henry fumble. They lead it 3-0. They just forced another or a near 3 and out. The Ravens did get a first down, it looks like, on their first play. No, because we told you that, yes. My apologies. They go 3 plays, 0 yards. And I'm just looking at the play-by-play here. We told you that there was the offensive holding that backed them up. And, yeah, they never came close to picking up a first down. They were able to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. So in 2 drives, the Ravens have run 5 plays. They've only picked up 7 yards. They've lost a fumble. The Steelers will get the ball back, leading 3-0. The Colts, they just forced another punt from the Jets. And it is 3-0 Indianapolis. It looks like they had scored a defensive touchdown on that drive, but it looks like the play was overruled and called incomplete. I saw the Colts running into the end zone, but it looks like a play that could have been overturned, and it was overturned. So the Colts, they don't get the defensive touchdown, but they do force another 3 and out. The Jets have to punt it away. The Jets in 2 drives have run 6 plays for only 8 yards. The Colts are up 3-0, and they've got the ball back. The Saints lead the Browns 7-0 off the Taysom Hill touchdown. Cleveland's got it right now. 3rd and 7. Jameis looking deep to Cedric Tillman, and it's incomplete. So 4th and 7 from the Browns. They went for it on 4th and 1 near midfield on their opening drive and got stuffed. 4th and 7 right near midfield. Can't imagine they'll be going for it again. Looks like New Orleans will get the ball back. The touchdown from the Dolphins was from Jonnu Smith. They lead the Raiders 7-0. Vegas right now on their opening drive. The Bears are in field goal range, trailing the Packers 7-0. We'll see what they can do there. But we told you the Lions were in the red zone, 2nd and goal. Let's see if they were able to finish off that drive. We go live to Ford Field. Denny Cap with the Jags and the Lions. Denny.
Yep, David Montgomery punched it in from a yard out pass. That is his 9th rushing touchdown this season, which ties him for 2nd in the NFL. It was also his 7th straight game at Ford Field with a rushing touchdown. This is his 11th game as a Lion going back to the beginning of 2023 here at Ford Field. He missed some games with injury. He now has a touchdown in 10 of those 11 games here at Ford Field. So he clearly is enjoying his time here in Detroit, where he and Gibbs are locked up now for a few more years. 7-3 Lions, 4:59 to go first quarter.
All right, appreciate that there, Denny Cap. I believe our pal Sean Marash had a nice little 4-leg anytime touchdown parlay, and You know, some things are just certain. Death, taxes, David Montgomery scoring a rushing touchdown. He does it on that second and goal play. The Lions go on top for the first time. They lead the Jaguars 7-3. And now let's go live to Foxborough. We told you not much action between the Rams and Patriots so far. That has changed. Patriots are in the red zone. Let's go live right now. See if Alan Siegel can deliver us something exciting. Alan, what's going on?
Well, they are indeed in the red zone, and it's been the Demario Douglas show as this series started on the 21-yard line, and Douglas had a 15-yard completion and a 28-yard completion that got to the 40. Then a Austin Hooper completion got him to the 14-yard line. And just a second ago, it was the Patriots scoring a touchdown it was Kendrick Bourne with the touchdown catch from Drake May. So the Patriots, with 5:05 to go, have struck first here in the first quarter. A long march has started at their own 21, ends up with a 14-yard touchdown pass from Drake May to Kendrick Bourne, and we're awaiting the point after touchdown by Joey Sly to give the Patriots a 7-0 lead. And we'll see what happens there as he gets it. And so the Patriots lead at 7-0 here in Foxborough, Pat.
Thank you, Alan. That's the beauty of this show. There you go. You hear it before anybody else does. Kendrick Bourne, 10-yard touchdown catch. We went live in the red zone. Alan Siegel and the Patriots deliver us a touchdown there. That is already here in our opening segment, here in the opening window of Week 11 in the National Football League. That is touchdown number 5. We've got 5 touchdowns in the first 20 minutes of action. Jaden Reed, 15-yard touchdown catch from the Packers. David Montgomery, 2-yard touchdown run for the Lions. Jonnu Smith, 1-yard touchdown catch for the Dolphins. Taysom Hill, 10-yard touchdown run for the Saints. And now Kendrick Bourne, 10-yard touchdown catch for the Patriots. They go on top of the Rams 7-0. Just to clean up any scores that we may have missed, because it's been a chaotic start so far. We told you the Bears were in field goal range after the Packers scored a touchdown on their opening drive, and the Bears unable to progress any further than the 35-yard line. They had a 1st and 10 there after a couple of big gains. The last time we told you was that Caleb Williams 16-yard scramble to pick up a first down. They were unable to pick up any yards after that. So on 4th and 10, Cairo Santos comes out and knocks through a 53-yard field goal. So the Bears starving for offense over the last couple of weeks, unable to score a touchdown since week 8. That's how long it's been since they've scored a touchdown. Thomas Brown, the new offensive coordinator, they do get a field goal on the opening drive. Packers lead the Bears 7-3. We'll take a timeout here, but here is your scoreboard so far. We've got scores in all but one game so far. Packers lead the Bears 7-3. Green Bay's got the ball, but they do have a 4th and 5 near midfield. So unless they go for it, it looks like Chicago will get the ball back. Lions lead the Jaguars 7-3. Jacksonville's got it on their own side. Vikings and Titans, no score. That's the only game without a score so far. But right now, the Titans are in the red zone after a pass interference. So the Titans looking to get on the board first against the Vikings. They're in the red zone. Dolphins lead the Raiders 7-0. Vegas moving the ball on their opening drive. And it looks like Jacoby Myers just took a jet sweep for 20 yards. They're on the verge of the red zone. The Dolphins lead the Raiders, though, 7-0. Patriots just scored a touchdown. They lead the Rams 7-0. Saints, they lead the Browns 7-0, and they've got the ball in their own territory. Jets just got the ball back, trailing the Colts 3-0. And the Ravens just got the ball back, trailing the Steelers 3-0. We'll be right back into the action. Week 11 NFL. This is Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle.
We'll be back with more Gridiron Game Day right after this.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. So going the extra mile for your business is even more rewarding. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Let's rewind the clock back to April 27th. Do you remember that night?
the night that the New England Revolution and former MLS MVP Carlos Gil hosted Inter Miami CF and soccer legend Lionel Messi, the night that 65,000 plus fans poured into Gillette Stadium and witnessed the second largest soccer match to ever hit the region? Well, we're running it back in 2025.
And this place erupts.
Don't miss the second act of this epic event. Get over to revolutionsoccer.net/tickets and secure your seats today.
This holiday season, surprise everyone on your list with the best gifts. Tickets to see their favorite artists live. Choose from thousands of concerts and comedy shows, including Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Matt Matthews, Metallica, Thomas Rhett, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Sarah Silverman, and so many more. Share a memory together or give a gift they'll never forget. Find the most exciting gift for every fan at livenation.com/gifts. That's livenation.com/gifts.
Has tips to help you stay connected. From searching for recipes to cooking together over video chat or finding the best online deals, Cox keeps you connected, whether you're at home or on the go. And what's a holiday without family movie time? Gather around and stream all your favorites seamlessly with Cox. Happy Thanksgiving from Cox, proudly supporting local communities with time and technology. Learn more at cox.com.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If you're looking for an Affordable Care Act health insurance plan, you have good timing. It's the open enrollment period, and there's an easy way to search: Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see a list of ACA plans available to you in your area. If you have questions, or when you're ready to choose a plan, there are licensed insurance agents ready to help you apply. See how easy it can be to find your next health insurance plan at healthmarkets.com. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Lowe sabe que quieres sacarle el máximo provecho a tus compras navideñas. Por eso, como miembro de My Lowe's Rewards, obtén nuevas ofertas para miembros cada semana en decoraciones navideñas, herramientas y más. Y gana puntos en todas tus compras. ¿No eres miembro? Únete hoy gratis en Lowe's.com/My Lowe's Rewards /español. Porque Lowe sabe de ofertas. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios.
Hey, comedy fans. The funniest comedians in the world are on tour, and you can get tickets to see them live near you. Laugh with the biggest names in comedy, like Atsuko Okatsuka, Chelsea Handler, Corey Holcomb, Matt Matthews, Nurse John, Ralph Barboza, Ronnie Chang, Sarah Silverman, Sebastian Maniscalco, Wanda Sykes, and so many more. All kinds of shows, all kinds of venues, all kinds of funny. Head to livenation.com/comedy to get your tickets today. That's livenation.com/comedy.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi. Oh.
Hey, it's Amy Lawrence, and I'm always up late. After hours on the Infinity Sports Network. You can join me weeknights starting at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day.
All right, welcome back. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. We've already got 5 touchdowns on the board. We've got a score in every single game right now, and all 8 games in the opening window are obviously still a one-score game, but things could be very tight throughout. Right now, as we speak, the Raiders, they are the only team in the red zone, although they do have a 3rd and goal, so we'll see if they can convert. They trail the Dolphins 7-0 as we speak. Again, they're the only team in the red zone, so just quickly update you here. Full scoreboard. The Packers lead the Bears 7-3. We told you right before commercial that the Packers had a 4th and 5, so they were probably going to be punting it back, and that's exactly what they did. And the Bears, so far, they've picked up a couple of first downs on their ensuing drive. So a new offensive coordinator, Thomas Brown, after Shane Waldron was fired. Caleb Williams and the Bears have not scored a touchdown in their last 2 games. They've not scored a touchdown since week 8. They've only scored 27 points in their last 3 games. The offense looking much better so far. Already 60 total yards of offense here in the first quarter. And they had a 3rd and 2. Caleb Williams completion to Roma Dunze for 13 yards and a first down. And then a 2nd and 5, Caleb Williams to DJ Moore for 5 yards and a first down. Now they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 36. And it looks like they had another good gain, but it looks like it's going to get called back for an illegal shift. So 1st and 15 for the Bears. They trail the Packers 7-3. The Lions answered the Jaguars' opening drive field goal with a touchdown. Then they forced Jacksonville to go 3 and out. And the Lions once again moving the ball down the field very quickly. A drive that started from their own 7 has seen catches by Tim Patrick, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 of them from Amon-Ra St. Brown, and a couple of carries by Jahmyr Gibbs. They've got it 2nd and 9 from their own 38. Lions leading the Jaguars 7-3. We told you that the Titans were in the red zone right before the commercial break. Well, the Vikings defense able to hold and force them to a field goal. Here's how that game has gone so far. The Titans, they went 6 plays, 4 yards, and had to punt. And then the Vikings on their opening drive, a fumble by Sam Darnold. Didn't see the play live. We'll get an update from Tennessee in a couple of moments here from Brant Douglas to see how that fumble happened by Sam Darnold, but he did lose the football a week after throwing 3 interceptions, 2 of them in the end zone, 3 of them, all 3 of those interceptions right either in or near the red zone, and then he fumbles on their opening drive, and the Titans go 11 plays, 44 yards. They did have a 3rd and 4 at the 6, but Will Levis was sacked, so they were forced to settle for a 30-yard Nick Folk field goal. Titans lead the Vikings 3-0. The Vikings, though, they are already now in positive territory. A 3rd and 3. Sam Darnold was looking for Justin Jefferson, and it's pass interference that gets the Vikings a first down. So the Vikings are now in positive territory here, looking to move the ball down the field. They trailed the Titans 3-0. The Raiders, they had to settle for a field goal. We told you right before the commercial break that they were looking to answer the Dolphins' opening drive touchdown. They had a 3rd and goal. Alexander Madison was only able to pick up 8 yards, and that was 3rd and goal at the 17. Gardner Minshew was sacked the play before that, so it looks like Antonio Pierce, as he always does, playing it safe, trying to just get any yardage that he can. And then Daniel Carlson knocked through a 27-yard field goal. So the Dolphins are getting the ball back. That first quarter has just come to a close. Both teams have only had the football once, but it's a 7-3 lead for the Miami Dolphins. Right before the break, Alan Siegel gave us a Patriots touchdown, courtesy of Kendrick Bourne. And then on the Rams' second drive, they had to punt again. They've picked up some good yardage on both drives so far, but they haven't been able to do anything once they got in or near positive territory. They had a 1st and 10 from the Patriots 47, but then they tried to hand it off twice. Kyron Williams can only get 4 combined yards. And then on 3rd and 6, Matthew Stafford was unable to hook up with Cooper Kupp. That led to that Patriots touchdown drive. And just now on their ensuing drive, the Rams once again got in positive territory, but on 3rd and 4, this time Matthew Stafford was looking for Puka Nacua and couldn't find him. So a couple of 3rd down incompletions, the Patriots defense able to get off the field, and right now they've got the ball back, and they just picked up a first down. Drake May just found his tight end Hunter Henry for a gain of 14 yards. So the Patriots leading the Rams 7-0, and they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 30. Saints lead the Browns 7-0 after the Taysom Hill touchdown. And the Browns offense with Jameis Winston coming back to New Orleans hasn't done much of anything so far. 2 drives, they've only been able to get 37 yards, including a turnover on downs. But they did just force the Saints to punt after a lengthy drive that got into Browns territory. So Cleveland's going to get the ball back at their own 11. Steelers still leading the Ravens 3-0. The opening drive fumble from Derrick Henry led to a Chris Boswell field goal. We haven't seen much offense since then between those two teams. We actually did see a missed field goal from Justin Tucker. He has been a mere mortal this year. And then the Steelers just went for it on 4th and 1 and turned it over on downs. So a lot of action, no offense, though, to be spoken of in the last few minutes between Ravens Steelers, although Baltimore just turned over the Steelers on down, so they will start it in positive territory. We do have one team now in the red zone. It is the Indianapolis Colts. End of the first quarter, but let's go live there and find out what's happening. Mike Mancuso at MetLife Stadium. What's up, Mike?
Okay, Pat. And, well, we have had some booing from the Jets fans here at MetLife Stadium. The Jets have had 3 possessions. They've punted 3 times, and Aaron Rodgers has 1 completion. So not a good offensive start for the Jets. Indianapolis, on the other hand, has done reasonably well. Matt Gay hit a 41-yard field goal on the first drive of the game for the Colts. And now on this drive, some real good play out of Anthony Richardson at quarterback. On a 3rd and 4, he had a 16-yard pass for a first down to Michael Pittman. That got to the Jets 40. And then on another 3rd down, a 33-yard pass to Anna A. Mitchell that got down to the Jets' 1-yard line. And that's where we are now as the quarter has come to a close. The Colts have the ball 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. They lead 3-0, looking to add on.
All right, Mike, appreciate that. So there you go. Yeah, booing from MetLife Stadium. That's been a common occurrence, whether it's been the Giants or the Jets playing there. Colts will have 1st and goal from the 1-yard line to start the second quarter, so we'll keep you posted there, either during the update from Pete McCarthy or on the other side. But really quickly, big play that broke out in Minnesota, or in Tennessee, I should say. Vikings-Titans. Let's find out what happened. Brant Douglas has the latest. What's up, Brant?
It feels kind of like Minnesota. A lot of purple stands here today, especially in the lower deck. A lot of Titan season ticket holders apparently taking advantage of the favorable ticket market and selling. Anyhow, the big thing that was taking advantage there was Sam Darnold finding Jordan Addison wide open for a 47-yard touchdown pass after a pass interference call had been drawn by Justin Jefferson. And so the Vikings, after struggling early on offensively, find the big play, and they now lose 7-3. We are closing in 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
All right, Brant, appreciate you. Let's go back to Soldier Field, Packers and the Bears. Let's go live right now and find out what's going on with David Schuster. What's up, David?
All right, Pat, just 3 seconds into the second quarter, Green Bay leading at 7-3. Both teams scoring on their initial possession of the afternoon. Jordan Love, 15 yards to Jaden Reed on their first drive, and then the Bears come right back. Caro Santos, a 53-yard field goal. That's his 7th already over 50 yards this season. So far, Caleb Williams, 5 of 8 for 46 yards passing. He's got 3 rushes for 28 yards. Jordan Love, 4 of 6 for 46 yards in the air. 7-3 Packers very early, second quarter.
Thank you very much, David. Big play that just happened in New Orleans. I'll let Pete McCarthy tell you about it, plus everything else you need to know. Right now, the Colts have a 2nd and goal at the 2. See if they can punch it in. And the Lions very quickly have moved inside the 10. They've got it 2nd and goal at the 1. So Colts at the 1-yard line. Lions at the 1-yard line. Big play that happened at Caesars Superdome. Where else would you rather be? This is Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle to get you caught up on everything going on with these opening 8 games here in Week 11 in the National Football League. We now turn it over for the first time today to another handsome Irishman. Here's Mystic Mac, Pete McCarthy.
Infinity Sports Network, Sports Flash.
All right, Pat, a couple of touchdowns to tell you about. Jameis Winston could still fire up that deep ball. Winston connects with Jerry Jeudy for an 89-yard touchdown. The 2-point conversion failed, so the Saints do remain up on the Browns 7-6. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions find pay dirt again. A 2nd rushing touchdown for the Lions. David Montgomery had the first. The Lions with a 14-3 lead on the Jaguars early on in the second quarter. Sam Darnold hitting Jordan Addison for a 47-yard touchdown. The Vikings ahead of the Titans 7-3. Dolphins 7, Raiders 3 early in the second quarter there. The Patriots have a 7-0 advantage on the Rams. Good game in Pittsburgh. Steelers, Ravens, both teams playing good football these days. The Steelers with a slim 3-0 lead. Still in the first quarter there. The Colts find the end zone. Anthony Richardson from 2 yards out rushes it in, capping a 66-yard drive. The Colts a 10-0 lead at the Jets. The premier matchup to this point in the football season is coming in the later window as the 8-2 Bills host the undefeated Chiefs. It'll be the latest chapter of a full-fledged rivalry that has developed between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Bills head coach Sean McDermott.
I think it's been great for the league. I think it's great for the fans to be able to watch these 2 elite quarterbacks go at it, even though they're not really playing against each other, as everyone likes to make it out to be.
Allen has actually had the edge in the regular season, going 3-1 against Mahomes. Of course, Mahomes has won all 3 of their playoff meetings, including in Buffalo last season. 2 other games are in that later window. Bo Nix and the Broncos hosting the Falcons, and an NFC West showdown with the Seahawks visiting the 49ers. Tonight, Joe Burrow and the Bengals will try to weasel their way back into playoff contention. They're visiting Justin Herbert and the 6-3 Chargers. I'm Pete McCarthy.
Stay tuned for more Gridiron Game Day, presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey, what's going on? This is Zach Gelb. Join me for the Zach Gelb Show, weekday afternoon starting at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, on the Infinity Sports Network.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps you do more of what you love. Like a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business. And with 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com, going the extra mile for your business is even more rewarding. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
This holiday season, surprise everyone on your list with the best gifts. Tickets to see their favorite artists live. Choose from thousands of concerts and comedy shows, including Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Matt Matthews, Metallica, Thomas Rhett, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Sarah Silverman, and so many more. Share a memory together or give a gift they'll never forget. Find the most exciting gift for every fan at livenation.com/gifts. That's livenation.com/gifts.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lowe's sabe que para ganar el proyecto necesitas los mejores precios. Por eso, como miembro del programa MVPs para Pros, obtienes descuentos por volumen en pedidos de tan solo $1,500. Visita el mostrador para Pros y obtén los precios que necesitas para empezar cualquier proyecto. Lowe's sabe de Pros. Válido solo en tiendas. Aplican más términos y restricciones. Detalles en lowes.com/terms o el mostrador de Pros.
Now you can get Cox Internet and one unlimited mobile line for $80 a month, all with Wi-Fi equipment included and no annual contract. If only getting it all was always that easy. Like having a night out and getting a good night's sleep. Get it all with Cox. Get Cox Internet and one unlimited mobile line for $80 a month. Visit cox.com/value. Limited time offer for new customers only. No annual contract means no minimum term agreement and no early termination fees. Additional restrictions apply.
If you've been too busy to sign up for your health insurance plan, it's understandable. It's also why there's Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see the plans available to you and even speak to a licensed insurance agent. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. They'll answer your questions, and when you're ready, even help you apply. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. Getting your new health insurance plan could be easier than you think. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Macy's Herald Square is the holiday destination, and this year we've added our first ever Macy's Holiday Square by Urban Space. Come and experience a one-of-a-kind wonderland of pop-up shops filled with unique gifts like handcrafted chocolates, homemade stroop waffles, personalized ornaments, candles, and more. While you're there, shop Macy's exclusive collab with Disney for gifts you won't find anywhere else. It's Macy's Holiday Square by Urban Space, only at Macy's Herald Square on 34th and Broadway.
What if you could hear your favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks with an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. you've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at nissanusa.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
Hey, order up. Small Business Saturday is right around the corner. And so is that shop you've been meaning to check out. On November 30th, support your local community by shopping small on Small Business Saturday, founded by American Express.
Lowe's sabe que quieres sacarle el máximo provecho a tus compras navideñas. Por eso, como miembro de My Lowe's Rewards, obtén nuevas ofertas para miembros cada semana en decoraciones navideñas, herramientas y más. Y gana puntos en todas tus compras. ¿No eres miembro? Únete hoy gratis en Lowe's.com/My Lowe's Rewards /español. Porque Lowe's sabe de ofertas. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios.
Join me, JR, weekdays starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific for the JR Sport Brief on the Infinity Sports Network.
Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day.
All right, I'm your host, Pat Boyle. 8 games, opening window, Week 11 in the National Football League. No team in the red zone right now, but a couple of scores to update you on. Let's go right now live to Ford Field in Detroit and get the latest from Denny Cap, Jaguars and the Lions. What's up, Denny?
All right, Pat, Lions lead this one 14-3. Both Lions running backs have found the end zone here in the first half. Montgomery did from 2 yards out in the first quarter, and then on the Lions' second drive, it was Jahmyr Gibbs, his 8th rushing touchdown of the season and 9th overall. Eliciting moments of memories, I should say, of Barry Sanders a couple different times on that drive, going full spin cycle to gain extra yards. The most impressive being on the 1-yard touchdown run. He was denied immediately up the middle, spun out of a couple tackles, and then trotted into the sideline end zone for the score. So very impressive first 2 drives for the Lions offense. Their DBs are making some pretty big hits that you'll see on highlight shows tonight. They're about to get the ball back for their third drive. Again, touchdowns on their first 2. They lead the Jags 14-3 with 10:51 to go in the second quarter.
I appreciate that, Denny. So as they wanted to be called, Sonic and Knuckles, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, they've both scored a touchdown. By the way, update for you on our BetMGM prop pick of the day, Jamison Williams, J-Mo. They know mean J-Mo Williams got a history. It's a revision of the lyrics there. Jamison Williams, 24 receiving yards. We need him to have 46. So a good start, 1 catch, 24 yards. I said he can get it on 2. He's halfway there, more than halfway there on 1. And the Lions just getting the ball back now after the Jaguars went 3 and out. Was there a sack on that drive? How did the Jacksonville Jaguars get backed up? A false start, a negative passing play. So yeah, 4th and 17. Lions are getting the ball back already, up 14-3, and they're going to have decent field position. It looks like the punt was returned or fair caught to the 36, their own 36. So there you go with that. Jahmyr Gibbs, Dave Montgomery have both scored a touchdown. Let's go to New Orleans. You heard it during the update, but for more clarification on the Browns getting in the end zone, we go back to the Caesars Superdome and get a live listen in from Renee Nadeau. What's up, Renee?
Hey, Pat, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, the Browns did close the gap a little bit. One play, 89 yards, a hookup between Jameis Winston and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. It took 15 seconds to complete the play. It was the 6th touchdown pass for Winston of the season. The extra point try, Pat, was a infraction against the Saints, moved the ball to the 1-yard line. The Browns went for 2. Intentional grounding by Winston produced no extra point. And so it was a 7-6 lead by the Saints. You know, Taysom Hill was doing great for a while there. He was 9 yards rushing, 5 catches for 24 yards, and he's now 1 for 2 in passing for 18 yards. But his latest offering was intercepted by Denzel Ward at the 18-yard line of the Browns. They're moving now. 14 minutes to go in the second quarter. The Saints with a slight 7-6 lead over Cleveland.
Yep, appreciate that there, Renee. And after the Browns just punted it back, the Saints do have it up 7-6. So the interception via Derek Carr, but that big 89-yard touchdown catch from Jerry Jeudy. If you happen to have him in fantasy or put a bet on him, you basically cashed everything you could ask for on just that one play. Quick update for you at MetLife Stadium. You heard during the update from Pete McCarthy, Anthony Richardson back under center, scoring an anytime touchdown on a 1-yard carry around the edge. He was plus 210. How do I know that? I took him, and I've got him in fantasy. So Anthony Richardson back into the fray with a rushing touchdown. It was 2-yard rushing touchdown. And then the Jets went for it on 4th and 1 in their own side of the ball, right near midfield. It was 4th and 1 from their own 39. They try a direct snap to Tyler Conklin. He runs up, takes the snap, and gets nowhere. So the Jets on offense. 3 drives, nothing to speak of. 4 drives, 3 3-and-outs, and then a turnover on downs. The Colts dominating 10-0. They just picked up a short first down on a 3rd down and 2. Jonathan Taylor picks it up, so the Colts up 10-0 and on the verge of the red zone. Woof, look out. Okay, we have got one team in the red zone right now. That's the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love with a couple of big hookups with Christian Watson and Josh Jacobs on that drive. They're the only team in the red zone right now, but a couple of updates to get to. The Dolphins were in the red zone. Let's find out what happened. Jack Armpriesters got the latest. What's up, Jack?
Hey, Pat, they were in the red zone, but the old Tua no longer exists. He took a sack, and on 4th down, rather than not get anything out of the drive, Coach Mike McDaniel opts for the field goal. 31-yarder by Jason Sanders was good. That caps a 16-play, 52-yard drive. 8 minutes, 22 seconds off the clock. The Dolphins had the ball twice in this game. They've had 2 drives, both over 8 minutes. One was a Jonnu Smith 1-yard touchdown reception on 4th down. The other was the Jason Sanders field goal.
Hard out, so really quickly, let's go to Pittsburgh. We told you there hasn't been much action since that opening drive, Steelers-Ravens, but let's get an update here, the latest. Pony, if you could do this in about 30, 40 seconds, that would be great. What's up?
I know how it goes, Pat. Here it is. Lamar Jackson, again, not finding his footing against the Steelers. The opening drive of the second quarter stalled at midfield after a 23-yard hookup from Jackson to Flowers. A pass broken up to Flowers again by Joey Porter Jr. Justin Tucker has missed 2 field goals in this game, so it looks like old school Steelers-Ravens. It's 3-0 Pittsburgh as they get the ball back here early in the second.
All right, thanks, Pony. Good stuff, man. We'll get back to you on the other side of the break and get a full update. But right now, all of a sudden, we've picked up action in quite a hurry. 4 teams in the red zone. Packers in the red zone, Lions in the red zone, Rams in the red zone, Colts again in the red zone. Here's your full scoreboard through the first hour of our show through the football action. Packers lead the Bears 7-3 again. They're in the red zone. Lions lead the Jaguars 14-3. They're in the red zone. Vikings lead the Titans 7-3. They're a yard away from the red zone. Dolphins lead the Raiders 10-3. Raiders on the verge of the red zone. Patriots lead the Rams 7-0. Rams in the red zone. Saints and Browns, there was a touchdown there. Colts lead the Jets 10-0. Steelers.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Let's rewind the clock back to April 27th. Do you remember that night? The night that the New England Revolution and former MLS MVP Carlos Gil hosted Inter Miami CF and soccer legend Lionel Messi? The night that 65,000 plus fans poured into Gillette Stadium and witnessed the second largest soccer match to ever hit the region? Well, we're running it back in 2025.
And this place erupts.
Don't miss the second act of this epic event. Get over to revolutionsoccer.net/tickets and secure your seats today.
This holiday season, surprise everyone on your list with the best gifts. Tickets to see their favorite artists live. Choose from thousands of concerts and comedy shows, including Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Matt Matthews, Metallica, Thomas Rhett, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Sarah Silverman, and so many more. Share a memory together, or give a gift they'll never forget. Find the most exciting gift for every fan at livenation.com/gifts. That's livenation.com/gifts.
This Thanksgiving, Cox has tips to help you stay connected. From searching for recipes to cooking together over video chat or finding the best online deals, Cox keeps you connected, whether you're at home or on the go. And what's a holiday without family movie time? Gather around and stream all your favorites seamlessly with Cox. Happy Thanksgiving from Cox, proudly supporting local communities with time and technology. Learn more at cox.com.
Lowe sabe que quieres sacarle el máximo provecho a tus compras navideñas. Por eso, como miembro de MyLowe's Rewards, obtén nuevas ofertas para miembros cada semana en decoraciones navideñas, herramientas y más. Y gana puntos en todas tus compras. ¿No eres miembro? Únete hoy gratis en Lowe's.com/MyLowe's Rewards /español. Porque Lowe sabe de ofertas. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Puntos otorgados en compras elegibles. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too high. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Purchase new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts today and we'll install them for free. See better and drive safer with O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Finding the perfect gifts for everyone on your list takes time, and the holidays can get a little busy. So let Macy's help you get a jump on your shopping with our Black Friday sale happening right now. It's your chance to find the best deals on the best gifts before the holiday rush, like cozy puffers and coats and more of the season's best styles. So get your gifts at Macy's now, and when you're cool, calm, and collected during holiday crunch time, you'll have yourself and Macy's to thank. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
What if you could hear your favorite song for the first time again? Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks. With an available Bose Personal Plus sound system that uses speakers in the headrest to create a 360-degree listening experience. You've never heard anything like this. Reimagine your music and your drive. Experience the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks for yourself at nissanusa.com today.
Available feature. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation.
Lowe's knows you want exclusive deals before Black Friday starts, especially on brands like Samsung. That's why during Black Friday build-up, you get up to 50% off select major appliances and take an additional 10% off when you buy a select major appliance. And for just $14.99, upgrade your kitchen with Samsung's mega capacity French door refrigerator. Enjoy an internal beverage center and your choice of cubed ice or ice bites. Lowe's knows deals. Valid 11/6 to 11/27. Selection varies by location. See Lowes.com for details.
This is the Infinity Sports Network. 24/7 sports talk, opinions, great guests, and your phone calls. Listen to us on SiriusXM Channel 158, your smart speaker, the Odyssey app, or your local affiliate. Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle, a production of the Infinity Sports Network. Presented by BetMGM, the sports book born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, here we go. The action coming hot and heavy. Plenty of touchdowns, plenty of scores, a couple of turnovers just in the last 5 minutes of our commercial break that we got to fill you in on. But this is Week 11 in the National Football League. Your one-stop shop for the best football action each and every Sunday. 8 hours, all 18 weeks of the regular season, where we will give you either live or just moments later every touchdown, every big play, all the injury news and information you need both before and during the games. Sports betting and fantasy football expertise and advice, live listen-ins, reports, and stats from our correspondents from every stadium where football is being played. This is Gridiron Game Day on the Infinity Sports Network. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. This show is sponsored by BetMGM, and you've got plenty of ways to listen to us here on the Infinity Sports Network, over 200 of our local affiliates, SiriusXM Channel 158, or anywhere, anytime on the free Odyssey app. 11 games today, 8 of them here in the opening window in Week 11 of the National Football League. Let's get you some updates. I'm not going to give you a scoreboard because there would be way too many spoilers here, so we're just going to go rapid fire. There's been touchdowns, field goals, turnovers in just about every one of these 8 games. Let's start in Chicago, Packers and the Bears. For the latest, here is David Schuster. What's up, David?
All right, Pat, we're nearing the 2-minute warning. It's still 7-3. Both teams scoring on their initial drives of the afternoon, and then the offense is pretty much stalled. As far as the scoring, Jordan Love did hit Jaden Reed on a 15-yard pass very early in the game. The Bears came right back. Caro Santos at 53-yard field goal, but like I said, since then, the offenses have stalled. It looked like Green Bay was going to get at least 3 points on their last drive, but Jordan Love was intercepted almost near the goal line. So far, Love is 8 of 12 for 99 yards. Caleb Williams, 8 of 11 for 72 yards in the air. He also has 41 yards on the ground on 4 carries. Add it all up, 7-3 Packers. just about the 2-minute warning.
All right, thank you very much there, David. So, yeah, Jordan Love throwing another costly red zone interception. Jordan Love leading the NFL now with 11 interceptions on the season. Sam Darnold and Geno Smith both have 10. So Love, he has loved turning it over via the interception. He threw another one right near the goal line, as you heard David say it. And right now the Bears are in positive territory. DJ Moore just took a jet sweep around the right end for 5 yards. Bears have it 2nd and 5 at the Packers 40, and they just hit the 2-minute warning. So there you go. Let's go to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Another big play coming out of that game. Browns and Saints. Renee Nadeau's got the latest. What's up, Renee?
That's right, Pat. The Cleveland Browns are driving at the 27-yard line of the New Orleans Saints. The latest drive, the 3 plays, 80 yards, 134 up the clock, a 71-yard hookup between Derek Carr and Marquez Valdez-Scantling with a touchdown catch. You may recall he had a pair of touchdown catches in the big win over the Falcons last week. We're running down at the 7:50 mark in the second quarter. The Saints still hold a 14-6 lead over the Browns.
Yep, thank you, Renee. So MVS, I picked him up in fantasy. I left him on my bench, and I'm kicking myself. He had 3 catches, 109 yards, and 2 touchdowns last week, including a big monster touchdown, and he follows that up with a 71-yard touchdown catch again in this game. It's 14-6 Saints. But as you heard Renee say, the Browns are near the red zone. Right now they've got a 3rd and 4 at the 26. So we'll keep you posted there. But we've still got plenty of updates to give you here that just came down in the last few minutes. One of which was at Ford Field. Jaguars-Lions. Let's get the latest there from Denny Cap. What's up, Denny?
All right, David Montgomery picks up his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's now got 10 on the season, rushing touchdowns on the season, trailing only Derrick Henry with 12 and Jalen Hurts with 11. Lions have had the ball 3 times, found the end zone 3 times, twice from Montgomery, once from Gibbs. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 54 scrimmage yards. Montgomery has 51. Both of them have more yards alone than the Jaguars have, 46 throughout a quarter and a half. 5:05 to go, second quarter. Lions about to get the ball back for a 4th time, leading this one 21-3.
All right, Denny, appreciate you. Patriots, Rams, we also had a touchdown there. Let's find out what happened. Get the latest live right now. We go to Foxborough. Alan Siegel at Gillette Stadium. What's up, Alan?
All right, Pat, the Rams started on their own 20-yard line, and it became the Puka Nacua show as completions for 25 yards and also 12 yards, along with some running of Blake Corum, got them down to the 5-yard line, and it was a touchdown pass from Matthew Stafford to Cooper Kupp that got them on the board. Then the Patriots had the ball, and on the 3rd and 3 for their own 27, Drake May went back to pass, but he was sacked by Braden Fisk. He fumbled. Kobe Turner returned it. And on the first play, the Rams had it at their own 12-yard line, a 12-yard touchdown pass from Matthew Stafford to Puka Nacua. And the Rams now have themselves the lead at 13-7. There's an injury on the field, and the point after touchdown will be coming. But 5:45 to go here in the second. Rams now leading the Patriots 13-7, Pat.
How about that, Alan? Thank you so much. 2 touchdowns in just the last 5 minutes of real time. Cooper Kupp the first, Puka Nacua the second, and that injury that you heard of on the field is Puka Nacua. Looks like he might have got the wind knocked out of himself. He made an unbelievable full extension diving catch in the side of the end zone. Came down, possessed it, looks like it'll stand, touchdown Puka Nacua, but he was slow. He still had not gotten up during Allen's update that he was just giving us, and from all intents and purposes, it did look like he got the wind knocked out of himself, but don't want to speculate too much. He was on his knees kind of grabbing at his stomach, at his sternum section, but that touchdown is going to stand. An unbelievable diving catch, Puka Nacua. So in just the last 5 or 6 plays, the Rams score a touchdown with Cooper Kupp to cap off a 9-play, 80-yard drive, a 5-yard touchdown catch to tie it. And then on the 3rd play from scrimmage, Drake May strip sack by Braden Fisk. Kobe Turner recovers it. And then 1 play later, Matthew Stafford to Puka Nacua, 12-yard touchdown catch. Puka, for the moment, injured on the play, but it looks like it'll stand. Extra point to come. So the Rams have completely flipped that game on its head. Let's go to Nashville, Vikings and Titans, and let's get the latest on that one. We had another score in that game from Brant Douglas in Nashville. What's up, Brant?
Absolutely. The Vikings now lead 13-3, 6:30 left to go in the second quarter. The Titans appeared to evade a stop on a 4th and goal at the 1 that passed into the end zone, but the Titans defense, the secondary was called for an unnecessary roughness call. Titans coach Brian Callahan was not happy with it. He actually got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct as well for saying some inappropriate language to the referees. And 1 play later, Sam Darnold punched it from 1 yard out, but then Parker Romo, the extra point kicker, slanged it off the upright, which is why they don't have 14. So we are 6:17 left in the second, and the Vikings lead the Titans 13-3.
All right, Bran, appreciate you. Yeah, John Parker Romo filling in for the injured Will Reichert. He had a really great game kicking it last week. Basically, I wouldn't say single-handedly, but in terms of the scoring, single-handedly won them their game against the Jaguars. He went 4 for 4, 4 field goals in their 12-7 win. Uninspiring, albeit, against the Jags. So he missed the extra point there, but man, what a drive. It looks like Nashville had the Vikings stopped numerous times. The Vikings went for it on a 4th and 1 and got it on an offsides. Then they went for it on 4th and goal, and it looks like the Titans had stopped them. An unquestionable, at best, unnecessary roughness call against the Titans. Gave them another fresh set of first down at the 1-yard line. And you heard Brian Callahan lost his mind on the officials, and then Sam Darnold snuck it in, a 1-yard touchdown run for the Vikings quarterback. But yes, that extra point, no good from John Parker Romo. On the ensuing drive, Titans have gone 3 and out. They're going to have to punt it away. The Vikings lead 13-3 in Tennessee. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Let's finish this heavy group of updates that we had to give you by getting to MetLife Stadium. Colts and the Jets. It's been a one-sided affair. Unfortunately, Mike Mancuso has been on the receiving end of plenty of those in our corresponding. We go to Mike for the latest on the Colts and the Jets. What's up, Mike?
Can you imagine in the past 10 years how much bad football I've watched between the Giants and the Jets? My God. We are at the 2-minute warning of the first half, Pat, and the Colts lead the Jets 10-0. The Jets have had 5 possessions. They've punted on 4 of them and turned it over on downs on one other one. The Colts have been reasonably efficient on offense. Anthony Richardson doing a good job. He has a 2-yard touchdown run. Matt Guy has a couple of field goals for the 13 points for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor has rushed for 40 yards, but he appeared to be having his ankle looked at on the sidelines last time the Colts had the ball, so I'll try to get an update on that for you. They have made no announcements. Jets have just 27 total yards in what has been a dreadful first half. 2 minutes remaining, first half. Colts 13, Jets nothing.
All right, Mike, appreciate you. A couple of updates now to give you live here. We told you the Browns were driving after the Marquez Valdez-Scantling touchdown for the Saints. They had a 3rd and 4th in New Orleans 26. Jameis Winston ended up getting sacked, so that backed them up. And it probably would have been a good field goal if not for the sack, but Dustin Hopkins, 51-yard field goal, pushes it wide left. The Browns come away with nothing, and now on the ensuing drive, the Saints are once again moving it down the field. They got a 3rd and 3 first down conversion. Derek Carr to the tight end, Jawan Johnson, for 20 yards. The next play, Derek Carr gets it to Alvin Kamara for a short gain of 4, but the Saints have it 2nd and 6 at the Browns' 28-yard line. They're on the verge of the red zone. They're leading Cleveland 14-6. And then we also had a score in the last few minutes in the Steelers-Ravens game. We got an update from Andrew Filipponi just before the break. Justin Tucker, not only does he look mortal, doesn't look like a good kicker, really, for most of this season, and especially today. He's already missed 2 field goals. We told you the weather, not a big factor at what I'm calling Heinz Field. And, for the first time today, I'll give it the proper name, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. We told you it was pretty decently comfortable temperatures, not a whole lot of wind, but Justin Tucker continues his very average season. He misses 2 field goals. And then Lamar Jackson hasn't done much for the Baltimore Ravens on the Pittsburgh Steelers' latest drive. They were able to get it in positive territory, but on a 3rd and 4, right outside the red zone, Russell Wilson was sacked for a loss of 4. So Chris Boswell comes on, hits his 2nd field goal, a 52-yarder. He's 2 for 2. Chris Boswell, Justin Tucker's 0 for 2. That's the difference. The Steelers lead the Ravens 6-0. And now on the latest Ravens drive, they once again go nowhere. They actually go backwards. They did pick up a first down. Lamar Jackson on the first play, on a 1st and 10, they go backwards on a holding, and then 1st and 20, Lamar Jackson finds Mark Andrews. So that got him to 2nd and 6. They go backwards again with a false start. 2nd and 11, incomplete pass to Mark Andrews. 3rd and 11, incomplete pass to Zay Flowers. So, man, this Steelers defense rising to the occasion and forcing another punt. The Ravens have to punt it back. The Steelers up 6-0 with the ball. We'll go to Pittsburgh in a couple of moments. But right now, the Saints, they're in the red zone. They were near the red zone. They've got it into the red zone on 3rd and 5. Derek Carr found one of his receivers for a gain of 9. That got him a 1st and 10 at the Browns 18. Alvin Kamara picked up 7 yards with a run, and now on 2nd and 3, Alvin Kamara, no gains, stopped at the line of scrimmage. So Saints lead the Browns 14-6, and it's going to be a 3rd and 3 from the 11-yard line. They just hit the 2-minute warning, so they're in a TV timeout. We'll keep you updated on that one. We just had another score in the Jaguars-Lions game. We'll go to Detroit in a couple of moments, but right now let's go live to Miami. The Raiders were in the red zone. Let's find out how that drive ended here in the final minute or so of the first half between the Raiders and the Dolphins. We get the latest from Jack Armpriester. How you doing, Jack?
Hey, doing well, Patrick. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Each team has had the ball twice. The Dolphins are about to receive their third possession. The red zone drive stalled for the Raiders. Daniel Carlson with a 22-yard field goal attempt that was good, capping off a 16-play, 66-yard drive. 6 minutes off the clock. That adds on to his 27-yard field goal earlier. Thus far, the Dolphins, through this first half, now 6 quarters in a row without giving up a touchdown on the field. As I mentioned, 45 seconds to go in the half. Dolphins on top by 4, 10-6.
All right, appreciate that, Jack. Meanwhile, one team in the red zone, it is now just recently become the Chicago Bears. After Jordan Love and the Packers went all the way down into the red zone, he threw an interception at the goal line, and now the Bears have driven the ball all the way down the field. They've currently got a 3rd and goal from the 2 on a drive that has already gone 11 plays, 73 yards. They have only faced, from what I'm looking at here, 1 third down on this drive. So it's been very easy offense for Caleb Williams and the Bears, something that you would have not been able to say at all over the last couple of weeks. They haven't scored a touchdown since week 8. Fired Shane Waldron. It's Thomas Brown's first game calling the offense, and they've done a really good job so far at making things easy for Caleb Williams, allowing him to use his legs. They picked up a first down to get into the red zone on a 12-yard gain from Caleb Williams. And then a first down, a 12-yard catch by DJ Moore. So now they've got it 3rd and goal from the 2. 3rd and goal from the 2. The Bears trail the Packers 7-3. They're inside the final minute of the first half. They're the only team in the red zone right now. As promised, let's go to Pittsburgh. Best game of the opening window. AFC North, first place up for grabs. Ravens and Steelers. Let's get the latest now from the Pony Express. Andrew Filipponi. How you doing, brother?
Pat, we're about to see a Steelers punt here with 5:19 to go in the second quarter, a 3-and-out. Baltimore, how about this stat? They have not converted a third down yet in this game. Drive stalled around midfield, punted back to the Steelers. Russell Wilson was sacked on first down. It's the 4th time the Ravens have sacked the Steelers in this game. Najee Harris, a 2nd down drop, and then Russell Wilson threw short of the sticks to George Pickens on 3rd down. That has been the saving grace for the Ravens in this game, with the Tucker 2 missed field goals. And Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry have done nothing in this game. Their pass defense has risen up here, the worst in the league statistically. They have not allowed the Steelers to do anything except kick those field goals, and they've sacked Wilson 4 times. Odafe Owe, very familiar to Steelers fans having gone to Penn State. He already has 3 sacks in this game. So Russell Wilson right now looking down at the tablet as I see him on the sideline here trying to search for answers. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back deep in their own territory, trying to mount a touchdown drive where they can take the lead here with 5:07 to go in the second quarter. It's Steelers 6, Ravens nothing.
All right, Pony. Thank you, brother. Meanwhile, 3rd and goal for the Chicago Bears. They're still waiting to have that next snap. We just had a touchdown in the Jets-Colts game. We'll get out there in a moment. And then we just had a critical turnover in the Browns and the Saints. And while they're reviewing that, we will try to get out to New Orleans as well and get you an update. But still, as of now, the Bears are the lone team in the red zone. And while we await for that 3rd and goal snap from the 1, let's go to MetLife Stadium. Mike Mancuso with the latest. Mike, what's going on?
Well, it was the Jets finally getting on the scoreboard with 40 seconds left in the first half. A 29-yard catch and run. Aaron Rodgers to Breece Hall for the touchdown. So it's now 13-7. Colts on top with 40 seconds remaining in the first half. On that drive, the 6th Jets possession of the afternoon. It was the first time they got a first down. Aaron Rodgers looked good on the drive, hit a couple of key plays. So they go 76 yards, get the touchdown, and now with 40 seconds left in the first half, the Colts lead 13-7.
All right, there you go. Jets on the board. Breece Hall, 29-yard touchdown catch, 13-7 Colts to confirm. The Patriots, they've entered the red zone after back-to-back Rams touchdowns with a Drake May strip sack in between. Now the Patriots down 14-7. They're in the red zone, 2nd and 4 from the Rams 14. The Bears, they've called a timeout ahead of that 3rd and goal from the 1. Meanwhile, we told you there was another touchdown in the Jaguars-Lions game, and guess who it came from? It was Detroit. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown with a 27-yard touchdown catch from Jared Goff. 28-3. The Lions are pouring it on. That was the biggest spread. That's the biggest favorite if you had them in your survivor pool. And so far, the Lions taking care of business. 28-3. The Jaguars, after a field goal on the opening drive, 3 drives, 2 of them 3 and outs. The other one, they only picked up 11 yards. So in the last 3 offensive drive, the Jaguars have only picked up 11 yards. Meanwhile, the Lions have gone touchdown, 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 touchdown. 4 drives, 4 tutties, and that last drive, 4 plays, 84 yards, a big one on the play. Jared Goff finding Jahmyr Gibbs for a 54-yard catch, and then the culminating touchdown score, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 27-yard touchdown catch. It is 28-3, Lions all over the Jaguars. Patriots, they are still in the red zone. It's now 2nd and 9 after a false start, and we're still awaiting the 3rd and goal play from the 1 for the Chicago Bears. Let's go now to New Orleans. We told you there was a critical play in the Browns-Saints game. Let's go there right now. Renee Nato's got the latest. Renee.
That's right, Pat. Thank you very much. On the latest drive, the Browns have the ball at their own 35-yard line as we speak, but on the latest drive, they had a 51-yard field goal attempt by Browns place kicker Dustin Hopkins was wide left. The Browns came into the game with a league high, surrendering 43 quarterback sacks. They gave up 1 more today. The Saints took over at their own 41-yard line at the 6:45 mark in the second quarter, Pat. And Derek Carr completion to Taysom Hill at the Browns' 7-yard line produced a fumble recovery by Denzel Ward, who had an earlier interception, killing the Saints' drive, which looked like it would produce points. The Browns have the ball at their own 35-yard line. 1:24 remaining. The Saints still on top, 14-6.
All right, Renee, thank you. So Derek Carr throws a pick to Denzel Ward, and then Denzel Ward recovers the fumble after a Taysom Hill catch and had the football jarred loose. So 2 Browns forced turnovers, keeping them in this game down 14-6. Jerry Jeudy looks like just caught another 20-plus yard pass. So the Browns are moving it. They're still in their own territory, but they do have the ball under a minute and a half left to go, and the Saints just burned their final timeout. Meanwhile, Derrick Henry ripped off a big one, a 31-yard gain on the ground, finally shook loose. Derrick Henry and the Ravens now not only in positive territory. The next play, Lamar Jackson finds Isaiah Likely for 18 yards. They've got it 1st and goal at the 4. The Ravens being shut out, but with just over 2 minutes left to go, they're going to let this run down to the 2-minute warning. The Ravens have it 1st and goal at the 4. Patriots, they have a 3rd and 3 in the red zone. They've hit the 2-minute warning, so we'll take a break there. But we told you the Bears took forever to get that 3rd and goal play from the 1, but they did run it, and David Schuster's got the result of it. What's up, David?
All right, Pat, here's something you haven't heard in over 3 weeks. The Bears get into the end zone, and they lead it 10-7. You're right. It took a long, long, long time, not only the 3 weeks, but since they got down to the goal line. But Rashawn Johnson plunges in from 1 yard out. That gives the Bears a 10-7 lead. We are just 1 halftime right now. By the way, the Bears will get the ball to start the second half. A costly turnover by Jordan Love, who threw an earlier touchdown pass. He threw an interception at the 1 yard line, and the Bears moved down the field. Rashawn Johnson, again, the 1 yard run. And by the way, Caleb Williams looking just like Justin Fields used to look. 60 yards on the ground on 6 carries, only 9 of 12 in the air for 85 yards. Believe it or not, the Bears lead it 10-7 here at the half.
All right, yeah, so how about that? Big momentum swing. Jordan Love throws a pick in the end zone right near the goal line, and the Bears drive all the way down for their first touchdown since Week 8. Thomas Brown, the offensive coordinator, build the statue now outside of Soldier Field. He's delivered the fans a touchdown. Rashawn Johnson 1 yard out, and the Bears lead the Packers 10-7 at the half at Soldier Field. We'll take a timeout. We told you, Ravens in the red zone, 1st and goal from the 4 after the 2-minute warning, and the Patriots 3rd and 3 in the red zone at the 2-minute warning. Here's your full scoreboard update. Bears lead the Packers 10-7 at the half. Lions lead the Jaguars 28-3, final minute of the first half. Vikings lead the Titans 13-3. Vikings right near the red zone, under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Dolphins lead the Raiders 10-6 at halftime. Patriots trailing the Rams 14-7, but again, they'll have a 3rd and 3 in the red zone on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Saints lead the Browns 14-6. Colts lead the Jets 13-7 at halftime. And again, it's 6-0 Steelers, 2 minutes left to go, but the Ravens have it 1st and goal from the 4. We'll come back. We'll get you the updates from those two teams in the red zone, and we'll get right back into the action. This is Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle.
We'll be back with more Gridiron Game Day right after this.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
With Amex Business Platinum, you get 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So expanding your inventory scores more points for your business. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Let's rewind the clock back to April 27th. Do you remember that night? The night that the New England Revolution and former MLS MVP Carlos Gil hosted Inter Miami CF and soccer legend Lionel Messi? The night that 65,000 plus fans poured into Gillette Stadium and witnessed the second largest soccer match to ever hit the region? Well, we're running it back in 2025.
And this place erupts.
Don't miss the second act of this epic event. Get over to revolutionsoccer.net/tickets and secure your seats today.
Hey, comedy fans. The funniest comedians in the world are on tour, and you can get tickets to see them live near you. Laugh with the biggest names in comedy, like Atsuko Okatsuka, Chelsea Handler, Corey Holcomb, Matt Matthews, Nurse John, Ralph Barboza, Ronnie Chang, Sarah Silverman, Sebastian Maniscalco, Wanda Sykes, and so many more. All kinds of shows, all kinds of venues, all kinds of funny. Head to livenation.com/comedy to get your tickets today. That's livenation.com/comedy.
Since 1986, the Pool Source has been the area's trusted source for in-ground and above-ground pools, swim spas, hot tubs, and saunas. If you're ready to create endless days of backyard pleasure for you and your family, find out why thousands of satisfied customers have trusted the Pool Source to make their dreams come true. To schedule an in-home consultation, a free test soak, or to get specific pricing on pools, hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas, visit poolsource.com.
This Thanksgiving, Cox has tips to help you stay connected. From searching for recipes to cooking together over video chat or finding the best online deals, Cox keeps you connected, whether you're at home or on the go. And what's a holiday without family movie time? Gather around and stream all your favorites seamlessly with Cox. Happy Thanksgiving from Cox, proudly supporting local communities with time and technology. Learn more at cox.com.
Adelántate y ahorra en grande todo el mes con las ofertas de Black Friday Build Up en Lowe's. Ahorra hasta un 50% en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra 10% más al comprar electrodomésticos selectos. Y no esperes, ven y compra un inflable navideño por menos de $20. Aprovecha estos ahorros en tiendas o en línea. Porque Lowe's sabe de ofertas. Válido 11/6 al 12/4. No combinable con otros descuentos. Detalles y productos elegibles en Lowe's.com hasta agotar existencias.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Finding the perfect gifts for everyone on your list takes time, and the holidays can get a little busy. So let Macy's help you get a jump on your shopping with our Black Friday sale happening right now. It's your chance to find the best deals on the best gifts before the holiday rush, like cozy puffers and coats and more of the season's best styles. So get your gifts at Macy's now, and when you're cool, calm, and collected during holiday crunch time, you'll have yourself and Macy's to thank. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Do you want opinionated sports talk with the biggest guests on the radio? Of course you do. So check out the Zach Gelb Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on the Infinity Sports Network.
Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day.
All right, back here on Gridiron Game Day here on the Infinity Sports Network. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. Pardon me for letting the music play out there, enjoying the lunch that I'm eating today. Presented by Locker Room Leader, host of Sunday Morning Football, host of our main show here on the Infinity Sports Network, Zach Gelb, who bought lunch for all of us here on the show. Myself, Billy Giacalone, producer Nico Scarlatos on the other side. Thank you, Gelb, for providing the boys with some lunch today. Okay, we told you we had a couple teams in the red zone on the other side of the break. We've got one team in the red zone right now, and that is the Cleveland Browns with just over 20 seconds left to go. They've got it 2nd and 10. They just picked up a first down, and Jameis just spiked it to stop the clock. So 22 seconds left in the first half. Saints lead the Browns 14-6. It's a 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. And then the Rams are on the verge of the red zone. We've got to get you an update from that game. But the Rams on the verge of the red zone in the final seconds of the first half as well. First down, or the second down play, Jameis Winston gets it to Jerry Jeudy, who's already having a monster game. He gets 4 yards and he gets out of bounds. So 3rd and 6. And I would say if there's a shot at the end zone, this would be the time to do it. No timeouts and less than 20 seconds to go. Jameis Winston and the Browns, this would be their shot to take here at the end zone before settling for a field goal, if indeed that happens. While we wait on that, we did have a score in the Lions-Jaguars game. Let's go there. They're now at halftime, but let's find out the latest from Denny Cap in the Jags-Lions game. What's up, Denny?
All right, Jags cut the deficit a little closer as we hit the half. It was Cam Little, a 35-yard field goal as time expired at the half. Lions 28, Jags 6. Lions did lose linebacker Alex Anzalone on that last drive to what the team is calling a forearm injury. The verbiage, it looked like he said on TV with no sound, of course, looked like he said something along the lines of, I think it's broke or it's broke. Not good, but we'll learn more, I'm sure, by the time the second half starts. Za'Darius Smith also briefly left the game but came back in. Lions is dominating the Jags right now, 28-6 at the half. 2 touchdowns for David Montgomery, 1 for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and 1 for Gibbs.
All right, appreciate that, Denny. So, yeah, you heard the injury news there for Alex Anzalone, and not good looking. His reaction, I'm seeing the replay now. You heard Denny say from, if you like to read lips and you want to try to speculate, maybe thought that it was said, it's broke, and that's what I'm seeing right now on the play where Anzalone, it does look like he mouths it's broke, but left forearm injury. He got trapped and that's not a good look. We don't want to speculate other than the speculating we've already done. But we know that they've lost Aiden Hutchinson for likely the entire season with that gruesome leg injury. Now their star linebacker, Alex Anzalone, with a left forearm injury as well. We'll keep you updated when we get the official news on that one. We told you that we had a red zone trip from the Patriots on their previous drive. We'll let you know what happened there. But right now the Rams are in the red zone. Final seconds of the first half. Let's go live to Foxborough again. Alan Siegel with the latest. What's up, Alan?
Well, Pat, the Patriots visit to the red zone got them a 32-yard field goal from Joey Sly to make it 14-10. But the Rams have driven downfield, and now they are 2nd and goal on the Patriots' 8-yard line. There are 7 seconds to go. The Rams are without a timeout, Pat. So if this play, they're not going to go for a field goal, it seems. If this play goes inbounds, they're not going to have a chance to get a field goal. So that is where we stand. 7 seconds to go here until halftime. and the Rams have a lead on the Patriots of 14-10, and the Patriots have called a timeout. So that's where we stand, Pat.
All right, I was going to say, Alan, we could stick here with you, but then the Patriots called the timeout, so maybe we can go back to Alan in a few moments once we get the result. There is, as he said, only 7 seconds left. The Rams don't have any timeouts, so 2nd and goal. They maybe have one more shot at the end zone before they would need to try to kick a field goal here. Got to play that smart and get 3 at minimum. We told you the Browns, they were probably going to take a shot, no timeouts, 3rd and 6. They did, and they get a defensive holding on the New Orleans Saints. So then it's 1st and goal with about 11 seconds left, and the first play there is an incomplete pass. So it's 2nd and goal now for the Browns at the 9. They also have no timeouts, and there's only 7 seconds left. Jameis back, looking over the middle, underthrown, nearly picked off. It should have been picked off. It's incomplete. The Browns catch a break there. They should have absolutely been getting points no matter what. They nearly get turned away for 0. So now it looks like they'll have to try for a 27-yard field goal here. Final play of the half. And their kicker, Dustin Hopkins, snap, kick. He missed it. He misses a chip shot field goal. He missed his 2nd field goal of the day. And the Saints do turn the Browns away for nothing. So the defensive holding on 3rd and 6 nets a 1st and goal, and the Browns still don't get any points. Interim head coach Darren Rizzi, what a lunatic this guy is in the best sense of the word. If you're a big football fan, Darren Rizzi and the Saints defense forces nothing on that final drive. Dustin Hopkins has already missed a field goal. He's missed an extra point, they went for 2, so scratch that. But he's missed 2 field goals. That one, unforgivable. A 27-yard chippy that he just shanks wide left. So how about that? Halftime, Saints lead the Browns 14-6. All right, we told you coming out of the last timeout break, the Ravens had a 1st and goal at the 4 at the 2-minute warning. Let's go to Pittsburgh now and find out what happened and get the latest from Andrew Filipponi. Ravens Steelers, what's up, Pony?
Well, we have a wild sequence of events here, Pat. The Ravens forced the Steelers to punt. It was 4th and inches with less than a minute to go in the first half, and Mike Tomlin elected to punt the ball back to the Ravens, even though he had 3 timeouts and he's going against the number 1 scoring offense in the league. Second play after that, Lamar Jackson to Isaiah Likely. Patrick Queen, who the Ravens let go, signed with the Steelers. Queen said this week, the Ravens didn't want me back. He rips the ball away from Likely. He recovers the fumble himself. And now, with about 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter, the Steelers are set up shop in field goal range. They are now 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 20-yard line, 19-yard line with 29 seconds to go. And 3 timeouts here, Pat, so they'll have a look at the end zone to try to take the lead back against the Ravens 7-6, almost at halftime.
Wow. All right, appreciate that, Pony. How about that? I just saw the play, and then we had a fight break out, a skirmish between Patrick McCarry, one of the linemen for the Ravens, and Minka Fitzpatrick, offsetting on sportsmanlike conduct penalties. So it will stay at it looks like they got him lined up at the 19-yard line. But in the red zone, nonetheless, big fumble, forced and recovery by Patrick Queen, the former Raven, now a Steeler. You heard Andrew Filipponi say, he said the Ravens didn't want him back. Now he's in the black and gold, and he forces a huge turnover that should net the Steelers points here right before the half. That touchdown from the Ravens, as you heard, it was scored by King Henry. He's also lost a fumble in this game, but he scores another touchdown. The touchdown's flowing for Derrick Henry. So 7-6 Ravens. Steelers with the ball, though, in the red zone. A chance for points right before the half. They've got all 3 timeouts. On first down, Russell Wilson barely avoids a sack. Maybe gets a yard, but there's a penalty on the Ravens. It's on Nate Wiggins, defensive holding. So net him a fresh first down at the 14 for the Steelers. They've got all 3 timeouts, but time of the essence. There's only about 20 seconds left to go in the first half. All right, let's get an update now from Tennessee. They're at the half. Let's find out the latest in the Vikings-Titans game from Brant Douglas. What's up, Brant?
Well, we are having some excitement on the field. It wasn't for the Titans with the 101st Airborne Division Army Band as part of the salute to service. Is parachuting in and showing their prowess of landing right on the middle of the 50-yard line. Tennessee Titans have been landing in the penalty box a lot, 71 yards on penalties thus far in this game in one half, and several unsportsmanlike conduct type calls on that as well. The Titans statistically, nothing much to talk about. Will Levis, 7-14, 86 yards. He's been sacked 4 times. Levis also the leading Titans rusher, 5 carries, 19 yards. On the other side, Sam Darnold putting together a good game thus far. He's 12 of 16 passing for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 throwing. He also has 6 carries for 17 yards, something you don't see a lot. The quarterbacks are the leading rushers for both teams here at the intermission, where the Vikings lead at halftime, 16-3.
All right, appreciate you, Brant. Let's go back to Foxborough. We told you the Rams had a 2nd and goal with just a couple of seconds left, leading the Patriots 14-10. Let's find out how that drive finished. We go to Alan Siegel. Alan.
Well, it was 2nd and goal with 7 seconds to go at the 8-yard line, and Matthew Stafford went back to pass, looked to the right, took a little bit longer than maybe he wanted, but he tried to hit Cooper Kupp. It went off his fingertips and out of bounds, so there were 3 seconds to go. So on comes Joshua Carty for basically a 26-yard chip shot field goal. Not a chip shot. It hit the right upright. So that is where we stand at halftime. By the way, Drake May, 14 of 21 for 150 yards and a touchdown for the Patriots. Matthew Stafford, 11 of 16, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Rams. It's the Rams 14, Patriots 10 at halftime, with the Rams getting the ball to start the third quarter, Pat.
Wow, so 2 missed chippies in the span of 5 minutes. Dustin Hopkins misses one for the Browns. Joshua Carty misses one for the Rams. Oh, wow. All right, 8 games opening window in Week 11 of the National Football League. We are at halftime in 4 of those. We're in the third quarter in 3, and we're still in the first half in the Ravens and the Steelers. Steelers have it 3rd and 5 at the Ravens 9. Baltimore just took a timeout. There's 14 seconds left to go. We'll see if the Steelers can get 3 or can they get 7. Meanwhile, we just had a strip sack of Anthony Richardson. The Jets have pounced on it. They've got the ball. They're in the red zone. First minute of the third quarter. We will let Pete McCarthy delve through what happens in those, plus a full scoreboard update here for you as the action is starting to pick up intensity here in Week 11 in the NFL. This is Gridiron Game Day. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. Time for an update. Pete McCarthy.
Infinity Sports Network Sports Flash.
Hi, Pat. The support is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance. Well, the Jets went their first 5 drives without registering a single first down. Now they have the lead against Anthony Richardson of the Colts. As Pat mentioned, Richardson strip-sacked deep in his own territory. Breece Hall turning that into points for the Jets, an 18-yard rushing touchdown. Jets 14, Colts 13, as they're in the opening minutes of the third quarter there. The Bears with an effective finish to the first half. They're up on the Packers 10-7, and a couple of minutes into the third quarter, the Bears now facing a 4th and 2 at the Packers' 23-yard line. May have to settle for a field goal. Lions all over the Jaguars, 28-6. They are at the break. David Montgomery with a pair of rushing touchdowns for Detroit. The Vikings with a 16-3 lead in Tennessee. Jordan Addison, 3 catches, 61 yards. One of those 47-yard touchdown score. It's the Dolphins 10, Raiders 6, first few minutes of the second half there. The Rams have a 14-10 lead on the Patriots. Puka Nacua, 6 catches, 117 yards, and a score in that first half. The Saints up on the Browns 14-6. Another big play for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Had 2 long touchdowns last week. Another one this week, 71 yards from Derek Carr. And the Steelers had a field goal before the break. They are ahead of the Ravens 9-7. Chiefs-Bills is starting to become what Patriots-Colts was a generation ago. Bills head coach Sean McDermott says the rivalry between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen is good for the league.
And I think I don't know, but I feel like, they both have a ton of respect for one another in their game, right? Which is also cool to see.
Mahomes and Allen have met up in the playoffs 3 times now. All 3 of those meetings won by Mahomes. Allen does have the edge in the regular season, winning 3 and 4. That game kicks off in Buffalo at 4:25 Eastern. We also have the Broncos and Falcons and the Seahawks and Niners in that later window. I'm Pete McCarthy.
Stay tuned for more Gridiron Game Day, presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly.
This is Bill Ryder, and I'm Ryder than you. At least for 2 hours, starting weekday mornings, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, on the Infinity Sports Network.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. So going the extra mile for your business is even more rewarding. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Let's rewind the clock back to April 27th. Do you remember that night? The night that the New England Revolution and former MLS MVP Carlos Gil hosted Inter Miami CF and soccer legend Lionel Messi? The night that 65,000 plus fans poured into Gillette Stadium and witnessed the second largest soccer match to ever hit the region? Well, we're running it back in 2025.
And this place erupts!
Don't miss the second act of this epic event. Get over to revolutionsoccer.net/tickets and secure your seats today.
Hey, comedy fans. The funniest comedians in the world are on tour, and you can get tickets to see them live near you. Laugh with the biggest names in comedy, like Atsuko Okatsuka, Chelsea Handler, Corey Holcomb, Matt Matthews, Nurse John, Ralph Barboza, Ronnie Chang, Sarah Silverman, Sebastian Maniscalco, Wanda Sykes, and so many more. All kinds of shows, all kinds of venues, all kinds of funny. Head to livenation.com/comedy to get your tickets today. That's livenation.com/comedy.
Since 1986, the Pool Source has been the area's trusted source for in-ground and above-ground pools, swim spas, hot tubs, and saunas. If you're ready to create endless days of backyard pleasure for you and your family, find out why thousands of satisfied customers have trusted the Pool Source to make their dreams come true. To schedule an in-home consultation, a free test soak, or to get specific pricing on pools, hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas, visit poolsource.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
This Thanksgiving, Cox has tips to help you stay connected. From searching for recipes to cooking together over video chat or finding the best online deals, Cox keeps you connected, whether you're at home or on the go. And what's a holiday without family movie time? Gather around and stream all your favorites seamlessly with Cox. Happy Thanksgiving from Cox, proudly supporting local communities with time and technology. Learn more at Cox.com.
Purchase new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts today and we'll install them for free. See better and drive safer with O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lowe's sabe que para ganar el proyecto necesitas los mejores precios. Por eso, como miembro del programa MVPs para Pros, obtienes descuentos por volumen en pedidos de tan solo $1,500. Visita el mostrador para Pros y obtén los precios que necesitas para empezar cualquier proyecto. Lowe's sabe de Pros. Válido solo en tiendas. Aplican más términos y restricciones. Detalles en lowes.com/terms o el mostrador de Pros.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
Hey, it's Amy Lawrence, and I'm always up late. After hours on the Infinity Sports Network. You can join me weeknights starting at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day.
All right, welcome back. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. This portion of the show is brought to you by Ethos Life, the easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam and just a few health questions. Get your free quote at checkethos.com. Not available in all states. All right, let's dive right back into the action here. We are at halftime in 3 of the 8 games here in the opening window in Week 11 of the National Football League. The other 5 were into the second half. Right now, the Dolphins, they're in the red zone. They're the only team in the red zone, but we've got a couple of scores to update you on. Let's go right now. Actually, let's go live to Miami. Dolphins have it first and goal. Let's go live. Jack Armpriester, here we go. Let's see if we can get a touchdown. What's up, Jack?
Hey, 5:17 to go here in the third quarter, and after taking just 2 drives in the first half and converting them into field goals, the Raiders were unable to do anything. They went 3 and out. The Dolphins got the ball inside their 5-yard line on a nice kick by the Raiders. The Dolphins are subsequently driven downfield. They've got a first and goal. I believe they are at the 4-yard line. This was set up by a Devin A. Chain 30-yard rush. So as we wait along here, we've got 5:03 to go here in the third quarter. As the Dolphins hand off there, he's not going to get in the end zone, Mostert. So it'll be a second and goal from the 8. But the Dolphins continue to lead this game 10-6, and they are threatening again.
All right, let's see if we can keep Jack on hold there. We'll go right back to him for the next play. But really quickly, let's go live to Detroit. Another big score in the Jaguars and Lions game. Guess who scored it? Let's get to Denny Cap with the latest from Ford Field. Denny, it's turning into a party at Ford Field.
It sure is, and Jamison Williams' redemption story continues here in Detroit. He has a 64-yard touchdown catch from Jared Goff. Lions now up 35-6, 2 on this. They've done this a few times this year. They've scored more touchdowns than Goff has thrown incompletions to this point. 5 drives for the Lions, 4 in the first half, 1 here in the second half. Touchdowns on all 5 drives. Goff, meanwhile, is 15 of 18 for 274 yards and 2 touchdowns with a 155.8 rating. That about sums it up here in Detroit, where it's been one-sided all day long. 12:40 to go, third quarter. Lions 35, Jaguars 6. And by the way, worth mentioning is that there has been some speculation amongst Jaguars reporters here that this could be the end of the line for Doug Peterson. A loss here will guarantee a losing season. The Jags would fall to 2-9.
Yep, appreciate that there, Denny. And I saw a really good article written by Ian Rappaport, NFL Media. He's got to be as locked in as anybody, saying that he thinks it's a real possibility, basically speculating that Doug Peterson is going to get fired if the Jaguars get blown out, and they just have not shown up for this game today. 35-6, Jamison Williams, 63-yard touchdown. BetMGM prop pick of the day. Yours truly gave you Jamison Williams over 45.5 receiving yards. Said he could do that on 2 catches. He ends up doing it on 1. 45.5 receiving yards. He goes over with that 63-yard touchdown catch. He's got 87 yards now on the day, so we cash that. We snap an ugly 4-prop losing streak. After losing 4 in a row, we're back into the winning ways with the BetMGM prop picks, now 13-9 on the year. So looking really, really good. Jamison Williams, over 45.5 receiving yards. You can cash it with a big touchdown from him. Let's go back to Miami. Let's see what Jack Armpriester's got for us, the latest between the Raiders and the Dolphins. Dolphins still in the red zone. What's up, Jack?
Hey, the Dolphins are pushed back to the 8-yard line. Tua Tagovailoa comes out of the pocket. He scrambles a little bit. You know he wanted to run, but with the concussion issues, he's just not going to do that to the team. He finds Tyreek Hill. Hill goes into the end zone in the left side corner. The point after by Jason Sanders is good. The Dolphins now put their lead up to 11, 17-6, as Vegas will get the ball back with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
All right, Jack, thank you very much. So there you go. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, gets into the end zone. So quick update on our pal Sean Marash. He gave us a anytime touchdown parlay. He had Tyreek Hill. You can cash that. He had David Montgomery. You can cash that. He had Jonathan Taylor. And he had Puka Nacua. And I've got a feeling that maybe we might have just added another leg in recent seconds there. We'll tell you about that in a second. But right now, let's get to Chicago, Packers-Bears. We've seen 2 scores in the opening drives in the third quarter. Let's get the latest. David Schuster's got us with the updates to fill in the details there at Soldier Field. What's up, David?
All right, Pat, back and forth we go, and Green Bay takes back the lead 14-13. Josh Jacobs walks pretty much untouched. 7 yards out, giving Green Bay the 1-point lead. The Bears had scored 13 unanswered points. Caro Santos, a couple of field goals, one a long one, 53 yards, another a shorty, 27. Sandwich in between, Rashawn Johnson, a 1-yard touchdown run. The Bears' first touchdown in 25 straight offensive possessions. That goes back 3 weeks. But again, Green Bay has come right back down the field. Josh Jacobs, 7 yards into the end zone, and Green Bay leads it 14-13 with 6:34 to go here in the third quarter.
All right, David, there you go. So Josh Jacobs' touchdown canceling out the field goal that the Bears kicked on their opening drive. Packers back in front, 14-13 mid-third quarter. Let's get to New Orleans. Opening couple of drives here. Opening drive in the third quarter between the Browns and the Saints. And we get the latest from Renee Nadeau at the Superdome. Renee.
Hey, Pat, New Orleans is a voodoo capital of the world. And you may recall last week, Falcons place kicker Younghoe Koo missed 3 out of 4 field goals. Well, today, as you mentioned earlier, Dustin Hopkins missed a 51-yarder. Then right before the end of the first half, missed a 32-yard field goal. But the Browns got another chance on a holding call by Peyton Turner of the Saints, afforded the Browns another opportunity. But Dustin Hopkins, an 11-year veteran, missed a 27-yard field goal wide left, all 3 wide left. So the Saints held on to a 14-6 lead going into the half. The Browns had that first possession after the Saints punted away. We're at the 13-minute mark, 12:58 mark in the third quarter. Saints still on top, 14-6.
All right, appreciate that, Renee. Meanwhile, that 4-leg anytime touchdown scorer parlay that our friend Sean Marash gave us, I was incorrect. We've already got 3 legs down. Tyreek Hill, Puka Nacua, Jordan Montgomery. The only one left, Jonathan Taylor of the Colts. Can he do it for us? Can he do it for Sean Marash? But the Rams did just score a touchdown. The Patriots went man coverage, and on the second play of the third quarter, the Rams make them pay. Cooper Kupp makes the secondary look silly, breaks free, untouched, 69-yard touchdown catch. Cooper Kupp. The Rams go up on the Patriots 21-10. Full scoreboard for you. In the other games, the Saints do lead the Browns 14-6. Cleveland just got the ball back. The Colts, they just kicked a field goal on their latest drive to pull back in front of the Jets. It's 16-14 Colts, mid-third quarter. Steelers and the Ravens, the only game still at halftime, but they're about to start the third quarter. Steelers lead the Ravens 9-7. Dolphins, after that Tyreek Hill touchdown, lead the Raiders 17-6. Vikings lead the Titans 16-3. Lions lead the Jaguars 35-6, and the Packers lead the Bears 14-13. We'll be right back. Witching Hours next.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. So going the extra mile for your business is even more rewarding. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Let's rewind the clock back to April 27th. Do you remember that night? The night that the New England Revolution and former MLS MVP Carlos Gil hosted Inter Miami CF and soccer legend Lionel Messi? The night that 65,000 plus fans poured into Gillette Stadium and witnessed the second largest soccer match to ever hit the region? Well, we're running it back in 2025.
And this place erupts.
Don't miss the second act of this epic event. Get over to revolutionsoccer.net/tickets and secure your seats today.
This Thanksgiving, Cox has tips to help you stay connected. From searching for recipes to cooking together over video chat or finding the best online deals, Cox keeps you connected, whether you're at home or on the go. And what's a holiday without family movie time? Gather around and stream all your favorites seamlessly with Cox. Happy Thanksgiving from Cox, proudly supporting local communities with time and technology. Learn more at Cox.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is honored to recognize the service of our military personnel. To show our appreciation, O'Reilly Auto Parts is proud to offer a 10% discount on many items to all active duty, reserve, veterans, and their dependent family members. Exceptions apply. Get details at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Adelanta tus compras y ahorra en grande todo el mes con las ofertas de Black Friday Build-Up en Lowe's. Llévate un árbol de Navidad artificial preiluminado selecto a tan solo $59.98. No dejes pasar esta oportunidad y ahorra con esta y otras ofertas hoy, en tiendas o en línea. Porque Lowe's sabe de ofertas. Descuento se aplica al momento de la compra hasta agotar existencia. Selección varía por región.
Hey, comedy fans. The funniest comedians in the world are on tour, and you can get tickets to see them live near you. Laugh at the biggest names in comedy, like Atsuko Okatsuka, Chelsea Handler, Corey Holcomb, Matt Matthews, Nurse John, Ralph Barboza, Ronnie Chang, Sarah Silverman, Sebastian Maniscalco, Wanda Sykes, and so many more. All kinds of shows, all kinds of venues, all kinds of funny. Head to livenation.com/comedy to get your tickets today. That's livenation.com/comedy.
Since 1986, the Pool Source has been the area's trusted source for in-ground and above-ground pools, swim spas, hot tubs, and saunas. If you're ready to create endless days of backyard pleasure for you and your family, find out why thousands of satisfied customers have trusted the Pool Source to make their dreams come true. To schedule an in-home consultation, a free test soak, or to get specific pricing on pools, hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas, visit poolsource.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
This is the Infinity Sports Network, your home for Rome. Maggie and Perloff, Bill Ryder, Zach Gelb, JR, Bart Winkler, and Amy Lawrence. Thanks for listening. Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle, a production of the Infinity Sports Network. Presented by BetMGM, the sports book born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly.
On we go, Week 11 in the National Football League, and the action is heating up. 8 games here in the opening window, 11 for you today, and of those 8 games, we've got 4 one-score ball games, and in those one-score ball games, all 4 of them are within 2 points. We've got a team in the verge of scoring a touchdown, trying to make it our 5th one-score game here of the opening windows. And even then, all 7 out of 8 are within 2 scores. The one big blowout, guess who? The Lions leading the Jaguars 35-6. Right now, as we have it, 2 teams are in the red zone. The Patriots have it, 3rd and goal from the 2. They're trailing the Rams 21-10. They're trying to make it a one-score game. And the Raiders are in the red zone, or on the verge of the red zone, also trying to make it a one-score game, trailing the Dolphins 17-6. So there you go. This is your one-stop shop for the best football action each and every Sunday, 8 hours, all 18 weeks of the regular season. We will give you every touchdown, every big play, all the injury news and information you need both before and during the games. We've already got a couple of actives and inactives confirmed for the late window. For example, for the 49ers, offensive tackle, the best left tackle in the game, Trent Williams, he's active. Defensive end, Nick Bosa, he's active. 49ers tight end George Kittle, he is inactive though. And then including the games, the information news you need during the games, Packers have now ruled out cornerback Jair Alexander due to a knee injury. So that is very, very critical as the Bears just converted a 4th and 1 to pick up a first down. They trail the Packers 14-13. But you're going to get sports betting expertise and advice. We gave you Jamison Williams over 45.5 receiving yards as the BetMGM prop pick of the day. He has already cashed that. He's already gone over 120 receiving yards on the day. I gave you my 3 spread picks: Browns -1, Colts +4, and Chiefs +2.5. And our pal Sean Marash, if you heard him and you tailed his 19-1 anytime touchdown scorer parlay, you've got one leg left to go. He's hit Tyreek Hill, Puka Nacua, and David Montgomery. It's just down to Jonathan Taylor in the Colts-Jets game, so we'll keep you posted on that. And then, of course, live listen-ins, reports, and stats from our correspondents, our stringers from every stadium where football is being played. It's the Witching Hour. This is Gridiron Game Day on the Infinity Sports Network. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. The show is sponsored by BetMGM. Plenty of ways to listen on the ISN, the Infinity Sports Network. Over 200 of our local affiliates, Sirius XM Channel 158, or anywhere, anytime on the free Odyssey app. Here we go. The Lions, they have entered the red zone. Let's get you a quick full scoreboard update. The Lions lead the Jaguars 35-6. It's blowout city. Doug Peterson speculated to maybe lose his job after this game. It's sure looking like that. The Lions in the red zone trying to pile on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Packers lead the Bears 14-13. Chicago's got it 2nd and 10 at the Packers 39. So they're in positive territory, right near field goal range. Final seconds of the third quarter in that one. Vikings lead the Titans 16-3. Vikings have the ball at midfield. 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Titans offense has done next to nothing so far. We told you the Dolphins were leading the Raiders 17-6. The Raiders are in the red zone. We'll go to Miami in just a moment. Rams, they were leading the Patriots 21-10. Patriots were trying to make it a one-score game. Their drive just ended. We'll let you know what happened. We'll go to Foxborough in just a moment. Saints were leading the Browns 14-6. We have got to get out to New Orleans. There was a score there. We'll get you caught up. The Colts, they lead the Jets 16-14. And then there was another score in the Steelers-Ravens game. So we got to get out to Pittsburgh as well. But let's start in New Orleans. Renee Nadeau's got the latest between the Browns and the Saints. Renee, what's going on?
Thank you, Pat. In the opening drive for the Cleveland Browns in the third quarter, they traveled 92 yards in 8 plays, 4-12 off the clock. Jameis Winston, a 30-yard hookup with wide receiver Elijah Moore. They went for 2. Winston connected with tight end Njoku for the 2-point conversion. It was Winston's second touchdown pass of the day, his 7th of the season. We're at the 7:13 mark in the third quarter. All not enough at 14 apiece, Browns and Saints.
All right, thank you, Renee. So the return of Jameis Winston to the Big Easy to New Orleans. We've got a tie ball game with that touchdown scored there by Elijah Moore, 30-yard missile right into the corner. Perfect little place, perfectly placed pass from Jameis. Elijah Moore with a nice little toe drag to keep the feet in. He took a hit as well. And then, yes, the 2-point conversion to David Njoku is good. Browns 14, Saints 14. Right now, New Orleans as it's 2nd and 11 right at midfield after Alvin Kamara lost a yard on his previous carry. All right, we told you the Raiders were in the red zone. Let's go to Miami and find out what happened. Jack Armpriester, the latest between the Raiders and the Dolphins. What's up, Jack?
Hey, Brock Bowers with a 23-yard touchdown catch and run. He caps off an 8-play, 70-yard drive for those Vegas Raiders. They took almost 3 minutes off the clock. They attempted the 2-point conversion after the score, and that was no good. So we have a weird-sounding score here right now. It is a Miami Dolphins 17 and the Las Vegas Raiders 12 as we get ready to go into the fourth quarter.
All right, thank you very much, Jack. Appreciate that. Yeah, so the 2-point conversion, no good by the Raiders, and that's why you get the kind of looking score that you have there. But the Dolphins up 17-12. Let's go to New England. We told you the Patriots are in the red zone. Let's find out how that drive finished. And Alan Siegel's got the latest from Gillette Stadium. What's up, Alan?
Hi, Pat. Very interesting start to the second half here because very early on, it was Matthew Stafford to Cooper Kupp. Jonathan Jones on the coverage didn't do a good job, quite frankly, and a 69-yard touchdown pass got the Rams up to a 21-10 lead. Patriots, they really had to come back and do something, and they did, actually. They started on their own 30 in a very methodical drive. The longest play basically was a 15-yard pass from Drake May to Hunter Henry, and eventually they got down to the 5-yard line at 1st and goal. A couple of Ramondre Stevenson runs did not do anything, and the Patriots were forced to set up a field goal, which they did. Joey Sly added a 25-yard field goal, and that is where we stand at 21-13, a one-score game. But I will tell you right now, there is a scary situation on the field as the Patriots have themselves an injury, and I can't see who the player is. I think it might be Curtis Jacobs. I'm not sure, though, but all the players are out on the field and kneeling down, and he really hasn't moved much at all. They just turned him over from his stomach to his back, so we'll keep an update on that. So 6:57 to go here in the third quarter. The Rams lead the Patriots 21-13, Pat.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Alan. And I do believe, excuse me, that you are correct there. It does look like it is Jacobs, Curtis Jacobs, one of their linebackers and special teamers, who is the injured player for the Patriots. So we will keep you posted on what happened on that play. Meanwhile, we had a touchdown just now at Soldier Field between the Packers and the Bears. We'll get out there in just a moment. But we told you the Lions were in the red zone. Let's find out. The drive is finished. Denny Cap's got the latest. What's up, Denny?
Pat, another touchdown, 6 possessions, 6 touchdowns for the Lions. They are 6 for 6 today. This one, Jared Goff hitting Brock Wright, who's the starting tight end today, on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Goff now 20 of 24 for 345 and 3 touchdowns. He has 4 incompletions. The Lions have had a total of 5 third downs, and they have 6 touchdowns on 6 possessions. So chew on that as you will. Just a dominant performance by Detroit. Next week, by the way, they go to Indianapolis to face the Colts. 4:16 to go in the third quarter. Lions 42, Jags 6.
Unbelievable. Thank you. I shouldn't say unbelievable, because if there's one team you can believe it with, it's with the Detroit Lions. If you're worried about a 13.5-point spread and getting backdoor covered by against the Detroit Lions, I don't think you have to worry about that. They pour it on. They pile it on. They embarrass their opponents. They run up the score. They went for it on 4th and 2. 35-6. They've got a 4th and 2 in the red zone. No. They're going for it. They converted it, and then they scored a touchdown with Brock Wright. It's 42-6 Lions. And how about that? You heard "We Will Rock You" getting boomed throughout Ford Field. How do you think it feels to be Doug Peterson right now, having to hear that on the sideline? Looks pretty damn lonely. And maybe the pink slip going to be in his locker room when they get back to Duval later tonight or tomorrow. Lions pounding the Jaguars 42-6. All right, back to Soldier Field. Told you there was a touchdown. Let's get the details. David Schuster in one of the best and timeless rivalries in the NFL, Packers-Bears. What's up, David?
All right, Pat, final seconds here in the third quarter, and the Bears have assumed the lead again, 19-14. DeAndre Swift scampers 39 yards, almost untouched into the end zone, giving the Bears the 5-point advantage. They did go for 2. That was not successful. Previous to that, Josh Jacobs got into the end zone from 7 yards out. Carlos Santos, a couple of field goals. Jordan Love with a touchdown pass, and Rashawn Johnson with a touchdown run for Chicago. Add it all up, Bears 19-14, third quarter just coming to an end.
All righty, so we got a one-score game there. We've got a one-score game in Miami. The Dolphins leading the Raiders 17-12 at the end of the third. One-score game in Foxborough. The Rams lead the Patriots 21-13. One-score game in New Orleans. The Browns just got the ball back, tied with the Saints 14-14. One-score game in Pittsburgh. We got to get out there and tell you about the recent score in the Steelers-Ravens game, but we also got to get to MetLife Stadium where it's a one-score game, and we just had a score between the Colts and the Jets. We go to MetLife right now. Mike Mancuso with the latest. What's going on, Mike?
Well, the Jets are back on top, 17-16, 2 minutes remaining, third quarter. Jets just signed their 4th kicker in as many weeks. Anders Carlson hitting a 58-yard field goal to give them the lead. He was signed off the 49ers practice squad. So the Jets have grabbed the lead in this one. The Colts now have the ball on offense themselves, and they are reasonably deep in their own territory, facing a 2nd and 5. They have the ball on their own 23. So right now, 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Colts trail the Jets 17-16.
All right, appreciate that, Mike. And that was 13-0. It was all Colts. The Jets, I believe we heard Pete McCarthy say on his most recent update about 40 minutes ago, they didn't even have a first down on their first couple of drives, and then they scored 2 touchdowns in the span of 3 plays. Breece Hall, 29-yard touchdown catch from Aaron Rodgers, and then on the first drive of the second half, a strip sack of Anthony Richardson, and 2 plays later, Breece Hall ran it in for an 18-yard touchdown run. The Jets offense found their groove, helped out by that strip sack of Richardson, and then just now on the latest Colts drive, they've now got it 2nd and 15 after offensive holding, and it looks like they try to go for a little bubble screen on the latest play, and it gets shut down absolutely nowhere. Michael Pittman tackled for a loss of 2 on the play. So it's 3rd and 17 for the Colts. This Jets defense finally starting to step up here and make their presence felt in this third quarter. 3rd and 17 at their own 11. Richardson drops it off, and it's short. He threw it at the feet of Jonathan Taylor. So the Jets defense gets a 3 and out, and they're going to get the ball back. 17-16, Jets lead it. 1:08 left to go in the third quarter. The Jets should get good field position when they do indeed get the ball back. All right, as promised, let's get out to Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Steelers and the Ravens, 1-score game. One team's got it on the move. We got to fill you in on a score in the third quarter, and to do all of that, we go back to Andrew Filipponi. What's up, Pony?
And, Pat, usually I would say right now the Ravens are in field goal range, but given Justin Tucker's struggles, and in this game he's missed 2 long ones, I would say right now they're on the outside of it. 2nd and 10, facing the Ravens, 6:25 to go third quarter. They're at the Steelers' 36-yard line. They trail in this game 12-7. They got a touchdown right before the end of the first half, and it was finally the dam breaking for Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Henry was able to punch it in. Otherwise, they've been kept relatively quiet here in this game. They've gotten to the 36, a combination of Lamar Jackson running on this drive. So we'll see what they can do with it. The Steelers started the second half with the football. They marched downfield, and, Pat, you almost never see this. It was a 4th and inches from the Baltimore 37, and Mike Tomlin trusting Chris Boswell so much they kicked the field goal instead of going for it, and he made a 57-yard kick, and Lamar Jackson, again, pressured on the last play, almost sacked. We'll see if they rule it a sack. He was almost down near the Steelers logo at midfield. They have been all over him again today. His numbers against the Steelers are not good. 4 career touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and they've held him in wrap today. 10 of 22 for 134 yards, and now a big 3rd and 10 facing Baltimore with 6:20 to go in the third quarter, Pat.
All right, Pony, appreciate you, man. Yeah, Mike Tomlin, I think he's one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. I'd say he's top 10. Certainly one of the best coaches of the last 2 decades here. The longevity, able to finish at or above 500 every single year, and so great as an underdog, especially at home. You heard Pony say it, 4th and inches. Most teams nowadays, not even a question they're going for it, even in field goal range. But he's got Chris Boswell, who's been nearly automatic. He knows it's going to come down to the final couple of plays here. So he kicks the field goal, 12-7 Steelers lead. It is a long third down here, 3rd and 10. Justin Tucker has missed both field goals today, and he's looked very, very average this season. So it's a big play. Jackson back to pass, losing time, dumps it off, complete, maybe. It looks like it was at the feet of backup running back Justice Hill. For the time being, they're saying it is a catch, but he is way short of the first down. It's going to be about 4th and 5, and it would be about a 50-yard field goal for Justin Tucker. But they got to find out whether or not Justice Hill caught the ball. I'm seeing the replay now on my screen. Does not look like he caught it. Looks like he bobbled it and then used the ground to help him complete it. And, yep, they're ruling it incomplete. So now it's a 54-yard field goal for Justin Tucker. Most days, most years, this is a no-brainer automatic field goal for Justin Tucker. Like you heard Andrew Filipponi say, not so much today, not so much this season. So here we go. Justin Tucker lining up for a 54-yarder. No matter what happens, the Steelers are still going to be in front, but it's 12-7. Ravens trying to make it a 2-point game. We just had a touchdown in the Rams-Patriots game. We'll get out there in just a moment, and we had a touchdown in the Vikings-Titans game. We'll also go out there in a matter of seconds. But Tucker lines it up and laces it right through. No problem that time from 54 yards. Justin Tucker nails the field goal. He's 1 for 3 on the day. It's a 2-point game. Steelers lead the Ravens 12-10. 6:12 left to go in the third quarter. Now, as promised, let's go to Nashville. Vikings-Titans. Let's find out what happened. Brant Douglas with the latest. What's up, Brant?
So the Tennessee Titans had the ball 3rd and 10 on their own 2-yard line after an incredible punt by the Vikings. Nick Westbrook-Akine gets open on the right sideline. There were no men with purple pants between him and the end zone. 98 yards. Will Levis to Nick Westbrook-Akine, and suddenly this game, which so far in the second half has been a sleeper, suddenly became interesting. The Titans are now only down 16-10. As for the Vikings, they are faced with a 3rd down and 11 just inside Titans territory on the Titans' 41-yard line. The key play thus far for this drive has been a 25-yard pass to Justin Jefferson, who does have 5 catches now for 71 yards. And we have a sack by the Titans, so the Titans are going to get the ball back again.
and they have a chance to take the lead. 5:25 left in the third quarter. It's the Vikings 16, Titans 10.
How about that? Yeah, that game turned around awfully fast there, awfully quick. A sack on third down. It looks like the Vikings are now out of field goal range, so they're probably going to, I would say almost certainly going to punt the ball back. Meanwhile, Cleveland Browns just got a strip sack of Derek Carr. Abonio Okoronkwo, the backup to Myles Garrett, just got after Derek Carr, strip sacked him. The Saints do fall on it, though, so they do keep the football, but they're now backed up here late third quarter. That's a tie game at 14-14. We told you there was a touchdown in Foxborough between the Rams and Patriots. Let's go there right now. This one has had plenty of action. Alan Siegel's got the latest of it for us here. Alan.
All right, Pat. It was Colby Parkinson, a 19-yard touchdown pass, and it ended a very methodical drive for the Rams as they took it over after the Patriots had cut the lead to 21-13 on their own 28. It was a run by Williams of 12 yards, another one by 9 as they methodically moved up to the field. Matthew Stafford hit Tutu Atwell for 21 yards down to the Patriots' 27. A play later, they were at the 19, and I mentioned Colby Parkinson got the touchdown pass from Matthew Stafford. And today, so far, 14 of 20, 262, 4 touchdowns for Matthew Stafford. But now it's up to Drake May to bring the Patriots back. We're 3:30 to go in the third quarter. It's the Rams 28 and the Patriots 13, Pat.
All right, thank you very much, Alan. We're going to take a short time out here. We do have 2 teams in the red zone right now. The Packers have it 3rd and goal from the 5. Trailing the Bears 19-14. Green Bay trying to score a touchdown to take the lead back. 3rd and goal from the 5 with 12 minutes left to go in the game. And the other team in the red zone, the Dolphins, they lead the Raiders 17-12. They've got a 1st and goal from the 6. It looks like there might have been an injured player, so they're in a timeout. And then the Jets have also just entered the red zone. Breece Hall with another big gain on the ground just put them with a fresh set of downs and in the red zone. The Jets have it 1st and 10, I believe, from the 1st and goal from the 10. 1st and goal from the 10. The Jets are in the red zone. The Dolphins are in the red zone. The Packers are in the red zone. And just now the Vikings have entered the red zone as well. Here's a full scoreboard update for you. Bears lead the Packers 19-14. But again, it's 3rd and goal from the 5 for the Packers. Lions lead the Jaguars 42-6. Vikings in the red zone, 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line, leading the Titans 16-10. Dolphins, 1st and goal from the 6, leading the Raiders 17-12 in the 4th quarter. The Rams lead the Patriots 28-13. Saints and the Browns all tied at 14. The Jets, 1st and 15 now in the red zone. They lead the Colts 17-16, and the Steelers lead the Ravens 12-10. Right back into the action for those 4 red zone trips when we get back. This is Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle.
We'll be back with more Gridiron Game Day right after this.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Getting on the network Warwick relies on is easy when you come into the Verizon store at 399 Bald Hill Road. Come check out the latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between. It's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network Warwick relies on. Visit the Verizon store at 399 Bald Hill Road to speak with Reed and save big today.
Give the gift of flavor this holiday season with Hatfield Pork. Add Hatfield bacon, ham, marinated tenderloins, and ground sausage to your menu and turn holiday gatherings into unforgettable feasts. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes. Find your flavor with Hatfield.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. So going the extra mile for your business is even more rewarding. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at AmericanExpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Let's rewind the clock back to April 27th. Do you remember that night? The night that the New England Revolution and former MLS MVP Carlos Gil hosted Inter Miami CF and soccer legend Lionel Messi? The night that 65,000 plus fans poured into Gillette Stadium and witnessed the second largest soccer match to ever hit the region? Well, we're running it back in 2025.
And this place erupts!
Don't miss the second act of this epic event. Get over to revolutionsoccer.net/tickets and secure your seats today.
Hey, comedy fans. The funniest comedians in the world are on tour, and you can get tickets to see them live near you. Laugh with the biggest names in comedy, like Atsuko Okatsuka, Chelsea Handler, Corey Holcomb, Matt Matthews, Nurse John, Ralph Barboza, Ronnie Chang, Sarah Silverman, Sebastian Maniscalco, Wanda Sykes, and so many more. All kinds of shows, all kinds of venues, all kinds of funny. Head to livenation.com/comedy to get your tickets today. That's livenation.com/comedy.
Since 1974, the Rhode Island Lottery has paid over $57 billion in prizes and contributed over $8 billion to Rhode Island's general fund. Your Rhode Island Lottery, a good play for 50 years and counting.
It's a really good play that can make your day.
Please play responsibly. Looking for a good play? You could win instantly with Rhode Island Lottery's 50 Years Instant and E-Instant games. Plus have the chance to win up to $1 million with the 50th Anniversary Second Chance. Details at rilot.com. Please play responsibly.
A healthy life starts with great sleep. Wake refreshed with Avocado's GOTS certified organic green mattress, delivering breathable, back-loving support. Natural materials from Avocado's own sustainable wool and latex farms, easy financing, a 1-year sleep trial, and deep, restorative slumbers. Organic sleep awaits at avocadomattress.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them, the right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's why April chose to vaccinate her child.
I think actually meeting someone who was not vaccinated and now has a lifelong struggle with a childhood disease really cemented for me that it's super important that we as parents continue to vaccinate our children.
Talk to your pediatrician or visit yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
If you've been too busy to sign up for your health insurance plan, it's understandable. It's also why there's Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see the plans available to you and even speak to a licensed insurance agent. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. They'll answer your questions, and when you're ready, even help you apply. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. Getting your new health insurance plan could be easier than you think. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Hey, it's Amy Lawrence. Stay up late with me after hours on the Infinity Sports Network. We ramp it up at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day.
All right, right back at it. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. We are in the fourth quarter now in 4, 5, 6 of our 8 games here in the opening window in Week 11 of the National Football League. And of those 8 games, we've got 4 one-score games. All but one game right now is at worst a 2-score game. So things are tight. Things have been tight. We just had a touchdown in the Browns-Saints game. We will get you there in a moment. The Steelers, they're in the red zone, leading the Ravens 12-10. We'll go out to Pittsburgh in just a couple of moments as well. And that's the only team in the red zone right now. The Steelers, as of this very moment, they're the only team in the red zone. The Patriots, they trail the Rams 28-13. They're about to start the fourth quarter, and the Patriots are a yard away from the red zone. So we've got to get there. But we also had a 4th and goal attempt by the Green Bay Packers in Soldier Field. Let's find out what happened and get the latest from Packers Bears in Chicago. Here's David Schuster. What's up, David?
All right, Pat, that 4th and goal play came up a yard short, so Green Bay decided not to go for 3 on that situation, opting to go for 6, and it backfired. And to be honest with you, I'm not really sure that was the right decision on their part. As it is, 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Bears lead at 19-14. The difference in the game at the moment, DeAndre Swift, a 39-yard touchdown run. Nice moves on his part to get into the end zone. Caleb Williams, a bounce-back game. 16 of 23 in the air for 152 yards. Also 70 yards on the ground on 9 scampers. Jordan Love, 12 of 16 for 201. He's got a touchdown pass. He also has an interception. Add it all up, the Bears lead at 19-14. 8:02 to go here in the 4th quarter.
All right, appreciate that, David. Right now it is a 3rd and 9, and they just converted it for a first down. My apologies if David said that and I wasn't listening. We're trying to get another update, another stringer ready to go here. But 3rd and 9, and Caleb Williams gets it to Keenan Allen for a first down. They converted a 3rd and 1 right before that with Roschon Johnson just getting enough. And now they convert a 3rd and 9. So the Bears started this drive at their own 1 after the Packers went for it on 4th and goal and didn't get it. And they've converted 2 third downs, 1 3rd and 1, and a big 3rd and 9 just now to Keenan Allen. They've got a first down, and on the first down carry, it's Roschon Johnson plowing ahead for 6 yards. So the Bears deep out of their own territory. They've got a 19-14 lead. This would be a massive win over the Packers to save their season. They've got the ball, under 8 minutes left to go, trying to ice this game. A touchdown would do it. At worst, if they could get a field goal, it would force the Packers to have to score and get a 2-point conversion. We just had another touchdown in the Jaguars-Lions game. We're going to go there in just a moment. But we had a touchdown in New Orleans. Let's go there right now. Caesars Superdome should be rocking. Renee Nadeau's got the latest with the Browns and the Saints. Renee.
Hey, it is rocking, Pat. In fact, the Saints on a 4th and 1 went for at the Browns' 33-yard line. A direct snap to Taysom Hill pays off. He scampers for his 2nd score of the day, bouncing off a pair of would-be tacklers. It was a 77-yard drive, 9 plays, 4:56 off the clock. And the Saints jumped out to a 21-14 lead, 13:22 left in the 3rd quarter. A couple of injury updates. Eric McCoy, starting center for the New Orleans Saints, is on the sidelines with a groin injury, the same injury that kept him out for 7 weeks. And DeJuan Jones, the enormous left tackle for the Browns, was carted off at the end of the 2nd quarter. 13:04 to go in the game, 21-14 Saints.
All right, thank you very much for that update there, Renee. Great stuff, man. And Taysom Hill, yet again, scoring another touchdown for New Orleans today. So Marquez Valdez-Scantling had 2 touchdowns last week, including a monster one. He's got a 71-yard touchdown catch again. And then Taysom Hill has a pair of rushing touchdowns, 1 for 10 yards, 1 for 33 yards. Saints lead the Browns 21-14 and the return of Jameis Winston to New Orleans. Patriots, they're in the red zone. We've got to get out to New England when we can. The Colts are in the red zone. We got to get to MetLife Stadium when we can. We've also got a score that we got to fill you in on. That's where we're going next. But we told you there was another touchdown at Ford Field. Denny Cap, been full of them in Detroit, all for the home team. What's up, Denny?
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown with another touchdown catch, this one from 9 yards out. He's got 11 catches for 161 yards and 2 scores. Jared Goff today, 24-29, 412, 4 touchdowns, 158.3 rating. The Jags defense has offered 0 resistance. Going back to the last home game in Week 8, the Titans, the Lions have now scored on all 15 possessions in those 2 games. Today, they're 7 for 7 on touchdowns. Go figure. 12:38 to go in the 4th quarter. Lions 49, Jags 6.
All right, Danny, appreciate you, my friend. Let's go to MetLife Stadium. 2 touchdowns now to fill you in on. Let's find out. A lot of action now here in the end of this game between the Colts and the Jets. Mike Mancuso's got the latest in New Jersey. What's up, Mike?
All right, 10 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. The Jets lead 24-22. Richardson just hit Josh Downs with a 10-yard touchdown pass for the Colts to pull Indianapolis to within 2, and it appears as if they're going to go for a 2-pointer to tie this game. The Jets scored after a 59-yard drive. It was Aaron Rodgers hitting his 3rd-string tight end as the pass goes incomplete. Kenny Yeboah for a touchdown, and that gave the Jets a short-lived 24-16 lead. Now the Colts come back. Richardson with a couple of really good tosses, a touchdown pass to Josh Downs, but now he just misses on a 2-point try. So with 10-11 remaining here in the fourth quarter, the Jets maintain a 2-point lead, 24-22.
Yeah, he had his tight end, Mo Alley Cox. He just overthrew him off his fingertips. Anthony Richardson nicely weighted, nicely lofted, I should say, just an ounce too much weight on it. That should have been a good 2-point conversion. He just missed Mo Alley Cox. So the Jets stay in front 24-22. And yeah, how about that? The third string tight end, Kenny Yeboah, who you really don't know if he's on the team unless you're either a Jets diehard fan or you're watching Jets games this year, because there's been a lot of blowouts. Normally they're on the wrong side of them, and you've seen Kenny Yeboah maybe make a few catches this year, but he was wide, butt naked open for that latest touchdown. So it's 24-22. Jets lead the Colts, fourth quarter. All right, let's go out to New England. We got to fill you in once again on another touchdown in the Rams and the Patriots, and a creative one in Foxborough. Let's get the details, the latest, everything going on with Alan Siegel, Rams Patriots. What's up, Alan?
All right, Pat. After Colby Parkinson got the 19-yard touchdown pass from Matthew Stafford to make it 28-13, the Patriots had to do something, and they did. Also, the Rams helped out on that. A personal foul from Jared Verse and a face mask on Byron Young allowed the Patriots to keep themselves going downfield. They got to the 37, and Drake May, a 16-yard carry, got them to the 22. A couple of Stevenson runs got them to the 5-yard line. And then, how many times do you hear this? Number 59 eligible, another, lineman comes in. This time 59 was eligible, and 59, Vidarian Lowe, caught the 5-yard touchdown pass from Drake May. Patriots screwed up the point after, so we are at a 2-score game. 12:45 to go in the game. The Rams 28, the Patriots 19, Pat.
All right, appreciate that, Alan. And that's, excuse me, that's great that you mentioned that, too. They screw up the point after. Well, they were going to go for 2, and I'm not sure what happened. They blocked the extra point. That's what happened. Yeah, they didn't actually go for 2. They were down 28-19. Most coaches go for 2, to make it a 1-score game, or to, make a 6-point game if you're already down 2 scores. And that time, Gerard Mayo, rookie head coach for the Patriots, decides to try to kick the extra point to make it an 8-point game, and they get blocked. The extra point gets blocked. So that's why it's still a 9-point game. That's a big blocked extra point, a big miscue for the Patriots. That keeps them down 2 scores. Rams stay in front 28-19. We had a touchdown in the Vikings and Titans game, and then a score as well. 2 scores we got to fill you in on Nashville in just a moment. But let's go to Pittsburgh. Last time I gave you an update, the Steelers were in the red zone. Let's find out what's going on right now. The best game in the opening slate, AFC North up for grabs. 2 Hall of Fame coaches, John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin. We get the latest from Andrew Filipponi, Ravens Steelers. What's up, Pony?
Pat, what ended up happening there was the Steelers kicked their 5th field goal of the game, Chris Boswell. A moon ball, one of these high-arcing throws from Russell Wilson down the sideline to George Pickens. The Steelers were in business. 2 run plays by Najee Harris were unsuccessful, an incomplete pass to Van Jefferson, and Boswell came out to kick his 5th field goal. Ravens now backed up after a penalty. They're facing 3rd and 11. This will be the first play of the fourth quarter. They're inside their own 20. Lamar Jackson is under 50% as a passer in this game. 15-10 is the score of the 5 Boswell field goals. And the 3rd and 11 play, Jackson scrambled to his right, tried to make a play with his legs, but the Steelers were all over it, and he ended up just throwing the ball out of bounds. So 14:50 to go in this last stanza here, Pat. And the Steelers are doing what they always do to Lamar Jackson. They have shut him down, 15-10, about to get the ball back.
All righty, and I believe, and next time we have Pony on, he can confirm, I believe the Steelers are trying to win a second game this year without scoring a touchdown. I believe week 1, Boswell kicked 6 field goals, and they beat the Falcons 18-10. He's kicked 5 field goals today. They lead the Ravens 15-10. So how about that? By hook or by crook, however you got to get it done. Mike Tomlin, not many coaches in the history of the NFL better at getting a win any way you can than him. And so far, again, they have not scored a touchdown, and they lead Lamar Jackson, the likely MVP if the season ended today, and the Ravens 15-10. And they just sacked him again. It's going to be 4th down. The Ravens are going to have to punt the ball back. The Steelers are going to get it up by 5 early stages of the fourth quarter. Let's get to Tennessee. Couple of scores to fill you in on. Brant Douglas has the latest between the Vikings and the Titans. What's up, Brant?
All right, so after the Titans had closed to within 16-10 on that Will Levis and Nick Westbrook-Akine 98-yard touchdown pass, the Vikings came back the other way, 7 plays, 65 yards, and Sam Darnold capped it off with a 3-yard touchdown pass to Cam Akers. They can get 23-10. The Titans then taking advantage of a couple of deep balls from Will Levis again, connecting with Calvin Ridley for about a 20-yard pass. And then they got it within field goal range. Minnesota's defense tightened up. Nick Folk kicks it from 43 yards out. Still got a game here in Nashville. 23-13, Vikings in the lead with the ball. 14:08 left in the fourth.
All right, thank you very much, Brant. Really quickly, the Saints just got the ball back from the Browns, leading 21-14, and it appears that their punt returner, Dante Pettis, took it back to the house for a touchdown, but he stepped out of bounds, not before a 53-yard return all the way. They mark him out at the Browns 35. So the Saints up 21-14. They've got it in positive territory. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Trying to ice this game away. If they can get any kind of points here, you would think that this game is almost all but over. Derek Carr nearly just threw an interception, though, on the first play. They took a shot to Foster Moreau in the end zone, and it should have been picked off by Grant Delpit, if not for Moreau basically having to play safety or corner and knock it away and prevent an interception. That actually should have been called offensive pass interference. He totally grabbed Delpit by the face mask and the helmet and blinded him from trying to make an interception there, and there was no flag. That's a great play by Foster Moreau just to prevent that. But either way, as it stands, the Saints are in good shape. Let's go to Miami. We just had a touchdown in the Dolphins and the Raiders game. Let's find out what happened. Jack Armpriester down in beautiful Miami Gardens. What's up, Jack?
Hey, Pat, 4:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Raiders are not going away kindly after Devon Etienne's 2-yard touchdown run, and the point after gave Miami a 24-12 lead. The Raiders came right back, went downfield, 14 plays, 70 yards, took over 6 minutes off the clock. Amir Abdullah with a 10-yard touchdown catch and run to get into the end zone, and the point after was good. Surprisingly, they didn't try onside kick or whatever. They've got their full complement of timeouts. The Dolphins will have a 1st and 10 at their own 30 when play resumes. Right now, though, Dolphins on top by 5, 24-19.
All right, thank you very much, Jack. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets just converted on a 3rd and 14 to get it near midfield. They lead the Colts 24-22, and the Saints are now in the red zone via another first down. That one from Alvin Kamara on a gain of 18. They're just outside the 10. A touchdown would almost certainly end it. By the way, just to put a button on what Jack Armpriester was just saying, I know this is not the first time, if the Raiders can complete this comeback, that they can do it after trailing by double digits in the fourth quarter. If you'll remember, one of the big upsets so far of the season back in week 2, the Ravens led the Raiders 23-13 in the fourth quarter in Baltimore, a game that the Raiders went on to win. So they've already got one double-digit fourth quarter comeback for them under their belt, trying to make it a second. Miami can ice that game with a couple of first downs, though. All right, the Saints, they're the only team in the red zone right now. We'll take a timeout. I'll let the handsome Irishman, Pete McCarthy, give you a full scoreboard update as we're coming down the tracks here. Opening window, Week 11 of the National Football League, 8 games, and right now we've got 5 one-score games, 7 two-score games. Things are tight. That's how we expect it to be when we come back. This is Gridiron Game Day with Pat Boyle. Update time. Here he is, Pete McCarthy.
Infinity Sports Network, Sports Flash.
Yeah, Pat, really just one game decided at this point, and that is the Lions with a 49-6 lead on the Jaguars. Hendon Hooker is in at quarterback for the Lions. Jared Goff finishes his day with more than 400 passing yards and 4 scores. The Lions will improve to 9-1. Elsewhere in that NFC North, big matchup with the Packers and Bears in Chicago. The Bears still ahead 19-14, 3:40 to play in regulation there as Jordan Love will try to lead the Packers down the field. He is at his own 26-yard line. The Vikings getting their offense together. A long touchdown pass from Sam Darnold to Jordan Addison in the first half, and the Vikings able to, it looks like, cruise from there, up 23-13 on the Titans as the Vikings looking to improve to 8-2. The Jets up on the Colts 24-22, 5:40 to play in the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. But the Jets do have the football as they are past midfield. The Dolphins have a 24-19 advantage on the Raiders, 4:23 to play in Miami. It's the Rams 28, Patriots 19. The Patriots do have the ball now at the Rams' 40-yard line. They had an extra point blocked as they tried to keep it a one-score game. Instead, will need multiple scores. The Saints with a 21-14 lead on the Browns. So the Saints have the ball at the Browns' 1-yard line. Second and goal, 6:50 to play in New Orleans. And the Steelers have a 15-10 lead on the Ravens, under 12 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Big play for the Packers, it appears. Jordan Love able to hit Christian Watson and get the Packers down to the Bears' 16-yard line, down 5, and they may be reviewing that diving catch. The premier matchup this week features the undefeated Chiefs taking on the Bills in Buffalo. That game will kick off less than an hour from now. You also have the Broncos hosting the Falcons and the Seahawks visiting the 49ers. I'm Pete McCarthy.
Stay tuned for more Gridiron Game Day, presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey, this is Zach Gelb. I'm hanging with you weekday afternoon starting at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, right here on the Infinity Sports Network.
Getting on the network Warwick relies on is easy when you come into the Verizon store at 399 Bald Hill Road. Come check out the latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between. It's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network Warwick relies on. Visit the Verizon store at 399 Bald Hill Road to speak with Reed and save big today.
Fiscally responsible, financial genius, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds, because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it. So your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Give the gift of flavor this holiday season with Hatfield Pork. Add Hatfield bacon, ham, marinated tenderloins, and ground sausage to your menu and turn holiday gatherings into unforgettable feasts. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes. Find your flavor with Hatfield.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. So going the extra mile for your business is even more rewarding. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Let's rewind the clock back to April 27th. Do you remember that night? The night that the New England Revolution and former MLS MVP Carlos Gil hosted Inter Miami CF and soccer legend Lionel Messi? The night that 65,000 plus fans poured into Gillette Stadium and witnessed the second largest soccer match to ever hit the region? Well, we're running it back in 2025.
And this place erupts!
Don't miss the second act of this epic event. Get over to revolutionsoccer.net/tickets and secure your seats today.
This holiday season, surprise everyone on your list with the best gifts. Tickets to see their favorite artists live. Choose from thousands of concerts and comedy shows, including Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Matt Matthews, Metallica, Thomas Rhett, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Sarah Silverman, and so many more. Share a memory together, or give a gift they'll never forget. Find the most exciting gift for every fan at livenation.com/gifts. That's livenation.com/gifts.
Since 1974, the Rhode Island Lottery has paid over $57 billion in prizes and contributed over $8 billion to Rhode Island's general fund. Your Rhode Island Lottery, a good play for 50 years and counting.
It's a really good play that can make your day.
Please play responsibly. Looking for a good play? You could win instantly with Rhode Island Lottery's 50 Years Instant and E-Instant games. Plus have the chance to win up to $1 million with the 50th Anniversary Second Chance. Details at rilot.com. Please play responsibly.
A healthy life starts with great sleep. Wake refreshed with Avocado's GOTS certified organic green mattress, delivering breathable, back-loving support. Natural materials from Avocado's own sustainable wool and latex farms, easy financing, a 1-year sleep trial, and deep, restorative slumbers. Organic sleep awaits at avocadomattress.com.
This is the story of the one Who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's why April chose to vaccinate her child.
I think actually meeting someone who was not vaccinated and now has a lifelong struggle with a childhood disease really cemented for me that it's super important that we as parents continue to vaccinate our children.
Talk to your pediatrician or visit yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
If you're looking for an Affordable Care Act health insurance plan, you have good timing. It's the open enrollment period, and there's an easy way to search, Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see a list of ACA plans available to you in your area. If you have questions, or when you're ready to choose a plan, there are licensed insurance agents ready to help you apply. See how easy it can be to find your next health insurance plan at healthmarkets.com. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Hey, I'm JR, and the JR Sport Brief is on the Infinity Sports Network. Weekday evenings, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Welcome back to Gridiron Game Day.
All right, here we go. Coming down the tracks in the opening window, Week 8 in the National Football League. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. 8 games here, and of those 8 games, we have 4 one-score games. All but one are 2-score games, so anything can happen in the final couple of minutes here. We got to get out to Soldier Field. There was just a touchdown in the Packers-Bears game. We had another score in the Lions-Jaguars game we got to get you caught up on. We had another score in the Raiders-Dolphins that we've got to get out to Miami and fill you in on. A score in Rams-Patriots. We'll go to Foxborough in just a moment. Another score in Saints-Browns. Another score in Jets-Colts. And then a interception in the end zone in the Steelers-Ravens. So action in every single game. We will get you updated fast and furious. Here we go. First, we go to Foxborough. Rams-Patriots, 1-score game. Final 5 minutes for the details and that latest score that we told you about. We go to Alan Siegel at Gillette Stadium. Alan, what's up?
All right, Pat, the Patriots did what they had to after they scored the touchdown and didn't get the extra point. They forced the Rams into a 3-and-out, got the ball on their own 12-yard line, and thanks to some passing from Drake May to Booty and Henry, the Patriots got down to 4th and 1 of the 19, but a false start penalty moved them back, so they had to settle for a Joey Sly 32-yard field goal that was good. So the Rams have the ball right now. They're at midfield. It Rams 28, the Patriots 22, 4 minutes even up to go here in the game. Patriots defense, if they can hold it, the Patriots have a chance to come back and possibly win this. We'll see what happens, Pat.
All right, Alan, and Cooper Kupp just reeled in. I tried to say both of those words at the same time. That's why you heard what you heard there. But Cooper Kupp just hauled in a 18-yard catch to get the Rams a first down right near midfield. Cooper Kupp having an absolute monster day for the L.A. Rams. He has 5 catches, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. By the way, Puka Nacua, one better, 6 catches, 117 yards, but only 1 touchdown. But the two of those guys, Nacua and Kupp, who the Rams got off to such a bad start this year because they were missing both of them, a combined 11 catches for 219 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Rams have it 2nd and 8 in midfield. They're trying to ice the game with a couple of more first downs or a score. All right, let's go to New Orleans, Browns Saints, and let's get the latest from Renee Nadeau out at the Caesars Superdome. What's up, Renee?
Yeah, the Saints take a 28-14 lead. The latest drive was a 6-play, 35-yard drive, 2:56 off the clock. Derek Carr with a 1-yard toss, the second of the afternoon to Jawan Johnson. That drive was aided by a 54-yard punt return by Dante Paris and an 18-yard run by Alvin Kamara. And Pat, if you have Jameis Taysom Hill on your fantasy, 1 pass, completion out of 2 passes, 18 yards, 5 carries, 60 yards, and a pair of scores, 8 catches for 50 yards, and a kick return for 42 yards. 2:52 to go in the fourth. Saints on top, 28-14.
Thank you, Renee. And I do have Taysom Hill, and I started him, so I'm very happy with myself today. So thank you very much. By the way, Jameis Winston just lost the ball as his arm was moving forward. It was returned for a touchdown, but if you just heard me, lost the ball as arm was moving forward. It was overturned very wisely and quickly to an incomplete pass. So it's 3rd and 6. The Browns trying to give themselves a chance here at a miracle. 3rd and 6. Under 3 minutes left to go. They trail 28-14, and they're trying to score a touchdown to get it back to a one-score game. All right, let's go to, well, let me first, before we go anywhere else, let me tell you that just a couple of moments ago, the Steelers were in the red zone, leading the Ravens 15-10. They got it all the way down inside the 10. It was 3rd and goal from the 5, and Russell Wilson was looking for his big tight end, Washington, and threw an interception to Marlon Humphrey in the back of the end zone. A crushing pick in the end zone. The Steelers could have won up at worst 18-10 if they would have kicked the field goal. If they scored a touchdown, it would have been a 2-score game, and instead Marlon Humphrey picks it off. And then the Ravens are now driving. On their first play, Lamar Jackson runs for 25 yards. On the second play, they do get a penalty that backs them up. It's 1st and 15 at the 40. And then just recently, it looks as if Lamar Jackson might have thrown an interception. It might be an interception on a ball that was taken away and fought for in midair. We'll have to go to Andrew Filipponi, get him on the horn if we can here, although I'm sure they're going to take some time looking at this play. So if we don't get to Pony in the next 2 minutes, not a problem. They're going to take a lot of time reviewing this, but that's a critical play that just happened. Speaking of critical plays, let's go to MetLife Stadium right now. The Colts trailing by 5. They've got the ball. 1st and goal, though. Let's go live right now to Mike Mancuso. Mike.
I'll tell you what, the Colts are really making a game out of this. They were winning by 13. The Jets came back, have taken a lead. Jets lead 27-22. Colts took over on their 30. Anthony Richardson has done a real good job on this drive. A key pass, 39 yards to Alec Pierce, got them down deep in the Jets' territory. Right now, the Colts have a 2nd and 6, and they have the ball on the Jets' 6-yard line. Last time we talked, the Colts were down 2, and they tried for the 2-point try instead of the extra point. They missed that. That would have tied the score, but nonetheless, my numbers are off. Either way, it's a 5-point game for the Jets. 2nd and 6, the ball's on the 6-yard line. I'm just trying to stall for time here to see if we can get the play, and they're not going to score a touchdown on this play. They're probably still around the 5 or 6-yard line, so it'll be a 3rd down and 4.
Yep, and I just got to cut you off, Mike, because we're nearing the end of the break here. Sorry, we'll go back to you on the other side, but it is 3rd and goal from the 3 for the Indianapolis Colts after Jonathan Taylor couldn't get in. By the way, that interception, it was an interception, an absolutely unbelievable play by Peyton Wilson, linebacker for the Steelers. He ripped it away from Justice Hill in midair. So the Steelers just picked off Lamar Jackson. Let's squeeze in one more update here if we can in the final couple of seconds. Let's go to Tennessee, Vikings, Titans. Let's get the latest from Brant Douglas. Brant, if you could, here in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, you got it in 20 seconds. The Vikings were driving. They had the ball on the 30-yard line. Loose ball on the ground that's being determined. The Titans pick it up. Titans now with a chance to get closer within 10, 23-13, 5:28 in the 4th.
All right, thank you. We will go right to MetLife Stadium and find out what's going to happen with the Colts and the Jets on the other side of this break. Colts trying to take the lead inside the final minute. Here's your full scoreboard update, though. We might have a final when we come back. The Packers lead the Bears 20-19. The Bears have moved the ball into field goal range. A field goal would win it. There's 35 seconds left to go. Lions crushing the Jaguars 52-6. Vikings beating the Titans 23-13. Dolphins lead the Raiders 31-19. That game just about over. Rams lead the Patriots 28-22, trying to ice it. Saints lead the Browns 28-14. Jets and the Colts will go there, and the Steelers.
You chose to hit play on this track list today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this track at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Getting on the network Warwick relies on is easy when you come into the Verizon store at 399 Bald Hill Road. Come check out the latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between. It's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network Warwick relies on. Visit the Verizon store at 399 Bald Hill Road to speak with Reed and save big today.
Give the gift of flavor this holiday season with Hatfield Pork. Add Hatfield bacon, ham, marinated tenderloins, and ground sausage to your menu and turn holiday gatherings into unforgettable feasts. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes. Find your flavor with Hatfield.
With Amex Business Platinum, you get 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So expanding your inventory scores more points for your business. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
Let's rewind the clock back to April 27th. Do you remember that night? The night that the New England Revolution and former MLS MVP Carlos Gil hosted Inter Miami CF and soccer legend Lionel Messi? The night that 65,000 plus fans poured into Gillette Stadium and witnessed the second largest soccer match to ever hit the region? Well, we're running it back in 2025.
And this place erupts.
Don't miss the second act of this epic event. Get over to revolutionsoccer.net/tickets and secure your seats today.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them, the right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This Thanksgiving, Cox has tips to help you stay connected. From searching for recipes to cooking together over video chat or finding the best online deals, Cox keeps you connected, whether you're at home or on the go. And what's a holiday without family movie time? Gather around and stream all your favorites seamlessly with Cox. Happy Thanksgiving from Cox, proudly supporting local communities with time and technology. Learn more at Cox.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is proud to offer a 10% military discount on many items. Get details at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lowe's sabe que para ganar el proyecto necesitas los mejores precios. Por eso, como miembro del programa MVPs para Pros, obtienes descuentos por volumen en pedidos de tan solo $1,500. Visita el mostrador para Pros y obtén los precios que necesitas para empezar cualquier proyecto. Lowe's sabe de Pros. Válido solo en tiendas. Aplican más términos y restricciones. Detalles en lowes.com/terms o el mostrador de Pros.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too high. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Now, two pigeons bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
These humans can stream all the top-rated national news channels on DirecTV, and now with no satellite dish.
This just in. Weather, sports, election coverage. DirecTV has it all, but something is missing. The satellite dish.
What are you doing?
I'm reporting the news. Back to you, Bob.
Here's some news. You're a buffoon.
Stream the top-rated national news channels. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com. Internet required. Top-rated news based on 2023 Nielsen ratings.
Maggie and Perloff, Phil Ryder, Jim Rome, Zach Gelb, JR, Bart Winkler, and Amy Lawrence. Listen to the...
Heard us before, then you're about to be very entertained. This is Gridiron Game Day, the Infinity Sports Network. I'm your host, Pat Boyle. Week 11, National Football League, 8 games in the opening window, and we've got a couple of them coming down to the last play as we speak. Live right now, MetLife Stadium, Colts, Jets. It's just gone final. Let's find out how the dust settled. Mike Mancuso in New Jersey. Mike, what's going on?
Well, the Colts win a wild one. They beat the Jets 28-27. They now go to 5-6 on the season and have somewhat of a shot at a wild card. Jets now 3-8 are pretty much done, I would think. Jets allowed Anthony Richardson to have a really good fourth quarter. He set up a couple of big scoring plays, a big pass on a last drive to Alex Pierce, got them deep into Jets territory, and then he went in from 4 yards out to score a back-breaking touchdown to put the Colts on top by what was the final margin, 28-27, because the Colts did try for 2 and it missed. Jets did have a couple of Hail Mary plays at the end that amounted to nothing, but a very tough loss for the Jets. They were down by 13, worked their way back. Colts come back and hold on for a 28-27 win at a very disappointed MetLife Stadium.
All right, appreciate that. Another loss, the Jets, and again, the defense, which we've heard for years about how they're supposed to be elite. Told you about they got back to tackling this week, and it's Anthony Richardson in his first game back after being benched for the previous 2, leads the game-winning touchdown drive to put him ahead 28-27, and on the final play of the game, Aaron Rodgers, who was brought here to save this franchise, gets sacked, unable to do so. The Jets are 3-8. The Colts win it. They're 5-6. All right, came down to the final play at Soldier Field. Packers, Bears, here we go. David Schuster, give us the great ending.
Well, it's a great ending for one of the two teams. I'll say that, Pat. And the great ending goes to the Green Bay Packers this afternoon. Although they had to sweat it out literally to the last second, they win it 20-19. There were 4 lead changes here in the second half. Green Bay finally taking the lead for good on a Jordan Love 1-yard touchdown run with about 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Then the Bears did move the ball down the field. As they got into position, they took a couple of timeouts. They set up for a 47-yard field goal, but wouldn't you know it, if you're a Bears fan, it got blocked. And so Green Bay walks away with a 20-19 win. They have beaten the Bears 11 straight times in the matchup between the two teams, 26 of the last 29 times. The Bears did play better, to their credit, this afternoon. Not good enough. Green Bay wins it 20-19.
Unbelievable. Thank you very much, David. We'll get the full stats on that one in just a moment. But the Chiefs stay undefeated by blocking a Broncos field goal on the final play last week. And the Bears firing offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. Thomas Brown comes in. They have a great day offensively compared to what they've done the last few weeks. They get into field goal range after the Packers score a touchdown in the final couple of minutes. And then they get blocked. And like you said, as David Schuster said, in Bears fashion, kick gets blocked, never had a chance, never made it past the line of scrimmage. It did kind of flutter a few yards after that, but Cairo Santos field goal at the horn, blocked, and the Packers beat the Bears 20-19. Green Bay 7-3. The Bears fall to 4-6. Those are the two final scores we have for you on the board. The Colts survive and beat the Jets 28-27, and the Packers survive and beat the Bears 20-19. Let's go to Foxborough right now. Final couple of plays between the Rams and the Patriots. Final sequence, I should say. It's not done yet, so here we go. Alan Siegel with the latest at Gillette Stadium. What's up, Alan?
Well, Pat, it was a really interesting ending to this one, and basically it's all done but the ending time at this point. And I'll tell you what happened. The Patriots stopped the Rams. They got them to the 3rd and 6 at the 35, and then Sean McVay decided to punt instead of taking a field goal that would have created a 2-score game. So he punted it. The Patriots took over with 2:14 to go at their own 10-yard line. They moved it out to the 32. Drake May got sacked back to the 25. He then went down the middle of the seam trying to get a first down to Demario Douglas, and there was a miscommunication. I think Douglas did not realize that he was supposed to sit in space, and he would have had a first down because the pass was right there, but Douglas vacated the space and went downfield, and the pass was picked off, and the Rams now just in victory formation. So the Rams are going to win it to go to 5-5. The Patriots are going to go to 3-8. Drake May had a sensational game, as basically you take a look at his numbers. He's going to finish 30 of 40 for 282 with 2 touchdowns and that 1 pick. And Matthew Stafford, 18 for 27, 295, and 4 touchdowns as the Rams go to 5-5 with their 28-22 win, Pat.
All right, thank you very much, Alan. So the Rams are going indeed to hold on, as you just heard Alan Siegel say, 28-22. Matthew Stafford taking one last knee. That's the ball game. The Rams beat the Patriots 28-22. 3 games that either came down to the final play or came down to the final moments. We've got a couple of other final scores on the board, one which was never a contest, and it might lead to our 3rd head coach firing of the year. The Lions obliterate the Jaguars 52-6. Wow, what a performance. What a statement again. Lions go to 9-1. The Jaguars fall to 2-9. Doug Peterson might be fired tomorrow. Keep an ear out for that and an eye out for that either tonight or tomorrow morning. I would say very likely to happen. The Lions beat the Jaguars 52-6. Jared Goff, 24 of 29, 412 yards and 4 touchdowns. David Montgomery, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Jahmyr Gibbs with a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 161 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. We had Jamison Williams on the BetMGM prop pick. He smashes it, 124 yards and a touchdown. Lions smack the Jaguars 52-6. Dolphins finish off the Raiders 34-19. Miami, another win. Their season on track, gaining a lot of steam. They're now 4-6. And even then, since Tua Tagovailoa has come back, their 2 losses, heartbreakers that came down to the final second where they lost against Arizona and Buffalo by a combined 4 points. So Miami, don't look now. The Dolphins making a high-powered attack and a high-powered chase for the playoffs. They beat the Raiders 34-19. They're 4-6. The Raiders dropped to 2-8. The big stats in this one, Tua Tagovailoa